Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It is not Sunday, it's Saturday, Joe. It is the Craft House, and the Craft House, of course, is where we throw open the doors and we welcome in lots of crafty guests, and I'm going to introduce you to one of those in just a few minutes. There's loads of great deals in the show. There's going to be lots of laughter, as well as lots of shiny, sparkly crafting. And do you know why that is? Because Johnny and Charlotte are in the game. No, it's not. It's because, of course, the lovely Debby Robinson is here with me. How are you, Debbie?
I had my head down there a minute ago looking for my gilding waxes. I am super excited for this one. I love embossing folders, and that's what the craft house is all about tonight. So embossing folders, they can turn a project, a card, a gift box, home decor piece into something really spectacular, which is why I love them. So never ever underestimate or underrate a embossing folder, because they're sensational. Can I show you a few things?
Yeah, please.
Let me show you a few things that you can do with them. I mean, I love embossing folders, and we've got absolutely tons of different things for you on the show, from Sarah's signature ranges to beautiful cut and emboss folders that can create lots of gorgeous cards. Not just cards though, Joe. You can create, let me just mention these. We've got embossing folders with stencils.
Nice.
I love these. These are so gorgeous, and again, some really beautiful inspirational makes. But what about those home decor pieces? We're going to be doing one of these pretty much very similar to this, but a nice little gift box that you can use and decorate and literally create some beautiful features using embossing folders. Obviously that is a box though, so don't be thinking I've created a box out of that, but it is an MDF box that you're going to be able to create, because there's so many things you can do with them, and I can't wait to get started, Joe. So I'm going to pack all these bits away, get myself all ready, and we'll get started with some great demos.
Absolutely, we will. You get your bits and bobs sorted out. Whilst you do that, I am going to introduce you all to our special guest for this Craft House. It is the lovely Karen, who is in the USA. How are you, Karen? So good to have you back here on Crafters TV.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Lovely to have you. For anyone that's not met you before, where are you joining us from?
I'm in Spring Hill, Florida, which is about an hour north of Tampa.
Oh, nice. I bet the weather's glorious, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's about 90.
Temperatures we can merely dream of, Karen. It really, really is. How long have you been crafting for?
Probably, I'd have to say, since I was a kid. I was always drawing something. Then when I got a little older, I started getting a lot of crafts for birthday and Christmas presents. I think people were catching on. That's what I liked. Over the years, I've done a lot of things. Before I moved back home here to Florida, I was a cake decorator.
Oh,
so,
nice.
That was a nice outlet.
Oh, we do love cake here. It's well documented, isn't it? Our love of cake. If there's like one thing in your crafting, Karen, that is like your absolute thing, your go-to, the thing that you couldn't live without, what would it be?
I would say...
You can have two. How about
that? Have two? Well, the Gemini, obviously, the die cutting machine. But I have to say the die I use the most would have to be the letters from Santa, the little giftable boxes. I have used those for pretty much every holiday. They've been football players. They've been red hat ladies. They've been Easter bunnies. They've been pretty much anything, and they'll be Uncle Sam's for the 4th of July.
Oh, amazing. I love how resourceful crafters are. You know, can turn Santa into Uncle Sam. I mean, you don't see that every day, do you? Well, Karen, we're going to check in more with you as we go through the show. Can't wait to see some of the exciting things that you've been making as well. Are you going to be doing a little bit of crafting along with us as well as we go?
I will. I've got it started here. I've got the embossing folder started, and I will be.
All right, brilliant. Well, I'm really excited to see what you make and to also see some more of your creations as well as we go through the show. I'll speak to you again real soon.
Okay.
Loads of you tuning in as well and saying hello. Georgianne is in Clearwater, Florida. How far is that from Tampa? Maybe they're not far away. Maybe they're neighbours. Who knows? Randy's in from Palm Springs. Oh, yeah. That's somewhere I could see myself on a sunny day like today, Debbie. Palm Springs. Tony is in from Maryland. Candace is in western Nebraska. Della is in Essex. Susie T's in New Orleans. Barbara's here in Indiana. Kathy in California. Caroline in Edinburgh. And Elizabeth's in from Tesco. Did I think I did this the other day.
Tesco.
Elizabeth in Texas, not Tesco. Oh, just Mary on the till, just doing this now. Elizabeth in Texas. Maybe she is in Tesco in Texas, who knows? Let me introduce you to some of the deals that we've got coming up on the show today. We've got some great savings available for you in this show. We've got these brilliant cut and emboss folders for you that are just excellent. With something like gilding wax, it really does make them pop. That one was the candy cane. You've got the floral frame, the open window. This one's fantastic because you can actually open those windows, throw those curtains wide. There you go. We've also then got as well Sunburst. And this one here is Be Happy. Just gorgeous, love that one. If you're loving this bee theme, a couple of weeks' time, something amazing is going to be happening. If you want to get those, brilliant saving on there, £38 or $44 if you are in the US. Platinum members, £30 and change, $35 and change. It's kind of, you're saving more than you're spending there as a platinum member. Now these are truly epic because these are, I think this is the first range we did in them, and they are a 3D folder but with a stencil. So you've got all of that wonderful sculpted texture from the 3D folder, but then what we're doing as well is using that stencil to really enhance it, which is fantastic. So you've got your poppies there. You've also got your delicate dandelions, which are these ones just here. Then we move on to this one, which is just beautiful. Can you have too many butterflies in your stash? No, you cannot, is the answer to that. And then what we've got here is this one, which is that gorgeous lily. I mean, lily is my favourite flower, and that is truly stunning. Then we go on to the lovely roses. Aren't they just stunning? $39.96, $51.80 if you want to get your hands on those ones. Platinum members, you can get those today for £31 or $41. Let's whiz through some other items that are on the show that I think you're going to love. This is the 3D embossing folder collection with 4 elements there. So you've got $20.97 or $29.85 is your price. And those ones you get you're getting the lavish leopard, the vintage scroll, the climbing ivy, and the grande butterfly. We then have these ones. These are from our Aperture collection. They work beautifully on their own. You get set in stone, brick layers, spring forest, and trellis swirl. $15.50 or $22 for those. Now, biggest saving in the show, if you want value and you want something absolutely stunning, then this is it for you, because these are an amazing price on these. So you get birthday congrats, friend, home, love and thanks. $24.80 as a platinum member in the UK, saving you over £50. $28 in the US, saving you over $60 as a platinum member. They are brilliant value for money. Do you love our Sarah Signature ranges? We've got a great deal for you here. This is a collection, a whole collection of our Sarah Signature embossing folders. So you've got towering teacups and vintage parasol from Garden Party. You've got filigree border and beautiful swirls from Carriage Forts. From the vintage diary, you'll get a moment in time and Dear Diary. And then from the letters from the heart, you've got vintage postmarks, lace edges and traditional scripts. They are going to be awesome. The ever popular tricolour markers, these are awesome because you get 36 pens or 36 colours here within the 12 markers, which is fantastic. And we're going to throw in that carry case totally free of charge, which is lovely. Don't forget also, we've got that spend more, save more running at the moment. Spend 30, save 5, spend 60, save 10, spend 100, save 15. That's pounds, dollars or euros, which is fantastic. So make sure you take advantage of that. You don't have to do anything. It'll all just happen at the checkout for you. Any questions you've got as we go through, get in touch. Let us know how your weekend's going. Tell us some salacious gossip. We love a bit of salacious gossip, don't we, Debbie?
We do indeed.
We do indeed. Right, Debbie, where would you like to start? I know you've got loads planned that you want to get through in the next couple of hours.
I have. So I'm going to start with the embossing folders with the stencils because I absolutely love these. These are absolutely brilliant, Joe. And that lovely concept of an embossing folder that you can colour in. Now, of course, with any embossing folder, you can take elements using your Spectrum Noir aqua pens, your alcohol markers, and you can colour elements. But if you find that tricky, the stencil part of this is just absolutely fabulous because it enables you to pick up those pieces from that embossed feature and then apply some colour to it. And that's what we're going to do with this, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. I've got myself a set of our water reactor interactive ink pads here, and I've also got the stencils out ready to go and the embossing folder. So what I'm going to do is I've taken a piece of cardstock. Now these are all 5x7, so you'll be able to see how beautiful they all work in here. I've taken a piece of cardstock. Now you can, if you want to give yourself a little bit of leeway, you can just cut it slightly bigger than the actual folder and then trim it down afterwards. And with the stencils especially, I would recommend doing that rather than cutting it to size. Normally when we do these, we tend to have it where it fits inside the folder, but because you're using the stencil, you want to be able to anchor your stencil down onto something. So with any 3D folder, this simply is a case of popping it in your cardstock, your chosen cardstock, and then using your platforms. Now, the platform for a 3D embossing folder is slightly different to a standard 2D regular embossing folder.
Okay.
So you need to use your plastic shim and your magnetic shim with this, and then simply pop that in, and then pop your magnetic shim over the top, and then your plastic
If you got
shim.
it wrong, Debbie, what would happen?
Right, so, well, that's a very good question. If you put a 3D folder with your two clear plastic plates, cutting plates, the chances are the machine may take it, but it may not. If it takes it, it's going to literally shoot out at the other end because it's too much pressure. It's that changing that shim up. So normally the machine just decides that's a little bit too much pressure and it spits it back out.
Okay.
But I want you to be careful when you're doing that because that's the best bit of advice. Know your embossing folders, know your platform. 3D, we always ask you to use your top plastic plate on the top. There may be times with some machines as well that you don't need the magnetic shim, but you get to know your machine yourself, so you'll know whether or not that works.
Has yours got a name at home?
Has mine got a name?
Have you named your machine?
Not really.
I mean, obviously it's called the Gemini, but is it like Jeffrey the Gemini, Johnny Gemini,
No,
Joey Gemini?
No, I haven't named mine. I know Deb's, I think Deb's has named hers, hasn't she?
What does she call it?
I'll be honest, I can't remember. But I know people, it's like people name cars, don't they?
Yeah, I've had a Mavis before.
Have you really?
Yeah, and a
I've never
Desiree
called,
as well.
Yeah, it's just a car to me. It's just a car. Isn't that terrible? I
Maybe-
never call it he or she because it's a bit of metal. But
We can go them, they now. It's 2020. 2021.
Yes, of course we can. I love that, Joe. That's fab.
Have you named your Gemini machine? I'd love to know if you have. If it's got a name, let me know in the comments. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafts Companion on YouTube. If it hasn't, then I think you need to give it a name and let me know what you're going to call it. I love that.
Now, I don't know if you can see that embossing, but 3D embossing on here, I'm trying to see if I can capture this right. Can you see how beautiful that depth and dimension is? It's absolutely glorious. Crying out now for some colour. And like I said, you can just use that as it is, and then if you want to take your alcohol markers or your watercolour markers, you could colour that in. However, why would you? When you've got a set of stencils that are going to enable you to colour it in. So it just simply tells you, and it gives you a clue and an indication on the packaging here on how you would use it. So emboss it, then you're going to use the widest of the stencils, and then you're going to use that one on the top. So for this part, all I'm going to do is, let's just make sure I've got that the right way around, is match it up and layer it up. And it simply fits over the embossed features, which I just think is so clever. So clever. Now, you can hold this down with a variety of things. So you could use low-tack tape over the top, down the sides, and you can hold your cardstock in place along with your stencil. Or you could use our repositional spray, which is our stick and spray, and just literally coat the back of it, give it a little spray, and pop it over. Don't worry about any residue, because it won't leave any. With it being repositioned, it'll just peel off nice and neatly. What I tend to do, though, Joe, with a lot of mine is I actually just anchor it down with my hands. So with that said, I'm going to bring in my first colour. Now I've chosen a couple of reds. I've gone with red berry and Bordeaux to mix it up a little bit. But you could use your Chinese red, your oranges, your pinks, depending on what colour roses. What colour roses have you got in your garden? Mine are peach. And I've got 3 rose bushes. I've got a peach one, and I've got a pink one, and I've got a beautiful red one as well. And
Are your rose bushes fragrant?
Are they what?
Fragrant.
I've never got my nose up close enough.
No, do you not smell them?
No.
Oh. Because I always think of rose bushes being very fragrant.
Oh, no, I've never really gone that close to them, Joe, apart from when I'm nipping eggs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You look after them, do you?
sometimes my mum will do it for me as well when I'm a bit busy. She's the She was the one that encouraged me to buy them a few years back because I weren't going to have anything in garden. Ended up with some conifer trees that grew into monsters and are still there now. Monster. Monster. Oh, I mean, they're lovely because they keep everything private, but goodness me. They started off as these little trees and literally a few years later, they're bigger than a house. I'm not kidding.
I've got an ivy, like a trailing ivy plant at home, which is, I've got like a shelving unit with like knickknacks on it, let's say. And I've got a trailing ivy plant that was about, it was probably about it trailed about 2.5 foot when I got it. Friend gave it to me in October. It's nearly 6 foot long now. I think I'm going to wake up one morning, it's going to be wrapped around my neck in bed. It's like something out of Little Shop of Horrors, Debbie. Honestly, I'm concerned.
I love ivy though, it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah,
when it's
really
out?
lovely.
It's really beautiful, it is. Now, literally, I'm just layering my first bit of colour down. So that's for me red. So I've started with the red berry. I'm going to start with the spring meadow for the buds and the stem there. And this, again, it's a choice of, it's entirely up to you. Do you like your square one? Do you like your circle one? Whichever one it is that you like. I'm just trying to think of the other ones. I think we've got a whole heap of different ones on the show as well. I'm pretty sure, but we'd have to check with producer Johnny. However, I'm a little bit blindsided at the minute because I can't hear anything. It's all right.
Yeah, there's a whole heap of ink pads. They're all available. We're only out of midnight. Apart from midnight, everything's there for you in the show in the opaque pigment. So go have a look at them. What I would say, they're all 3 for 2, which is epic. So it's a great way for you to, you know, stock up on the ones that maybe you don't have at the moment or that you've run out of. What I would say is with ink pads at the moment, we're in a bit of a position where I don't know that we're going to get a restock anytime soon, and we're very low in certain colours. So I would say, if you've been thinking for a while, oh, I need to get one of those in that specific colour and this specific colour, now would be a great time to do that before we end up running out, because it is going to be, we are going to be a bit low with a few of them for quite a while, is what we're being told. So a good time to stock up if you've been meaning to.
Absolutely. And the best thing about the opaque ones as well is that you could be using them as these, taking it off on each layer and popping your, your clear crystal powder over, embossing powder. How gorgeous would that look? Now, I'm quite happy with that first stage. And when you lift it off, I mean, look how fabulous that looks. And that's just one level, Joe. Absolutely beautiful. When it comes to your stencils, either wipe them down with a damp cloth, but be careful, or do what I do when I stick it in some warm soapy water, dip it in, give it a little swoosh round with my fingers and then leave it to dry naturally. So that's a good little tip there as well. And then we're going to layer the second part of the stencil over. Now this is going to highlight, let me see, make sure I've got it right way around first, Debs. One of those days I can just feel it in my bones. Oh, do you know what? I am going to feel it in my bones. I put my wrong red down. What a dipstick. What a dipstick. Oh, honestly, I could kick myself sometimes, Joe. I really could. Oh, such a silly Billy. But I'm just going to pop this down now. So what we're going to add on is that extra feature. So if I didn't use red berry, I'm going to have to... I could have sworn that red berry. Perhaps it was, I weren't looking at it properly. I'll soon tell. But choice of colours again. So I'm just making sure that that's lining up, and you can use the embossing feature and you'll see it coming through your stencil. Little bit difficult to pick up in the camera angle, but once you've got it at home, you'll be able to tell that that's exactly what that is. Yeah, Debbie, you were right first time. You're all right.
I knew you would be, Debbie.
I
had faith.
I know, I should have a bit of faith in myself, shouldn't I? But all I'm doing is adding this extra little bit of texture over the top. It's just an extra colour going on. Choose some different colours. And like I said, the fun part is what colour are you going to use? What is it that you're going to use on yours?
Because it's one of those flowers, isn't it? You can do so many different colours.
Yes.
Kay has got a lavender rose. It's so beautiful. Kay is also letting me know, a different Kay, says not all roses have a beautiful fragrance. I was surprised when I learned this.
Really?
There you are. Karen's got a huge rose bush. Joe, it is the most beautiful coral, and the roses are huge and they smell amazing. That sounds wonderful. Who else we got here? Who's our social media superstar today? It's Amy. Amy drives a Jeep and it's called Billie Jean the Meme Machine. There you go. Sarah's Creation says her car's name is Bob. He's awesome. LOL 2001 LHS with 500,000 miles and still going strong. Sounds amazing. Rhonda has got a Pro. It's called Big Mamu. Karen's got the rose gold Gemini and her name is Pinky. There you go.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, let me know your car names and your Gemini names if you have them. Put them in the comments. Crafters TV, Crafters Companion, Facebook or
I'm
YouTube.
loving this, Joe. I really think I should rethink this and
Maybe you
name
need
me
to get
car and name me Geminis.
Well, what is it? It's a Volkswagen Golf, isn't it?
Yes.
So I think it could be called Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. I quite like that. That's got a nice ring to
Jeffrey
it.
the Golf.
Yeah, I quite like that, Joe. I quite like that.
Maybe so. I'll work on something a little bit more, refined and classy for you, Debbie. I'll have a think about
well, of course, because I'm such a classy lady.
You are.
Now then, when we take this off, you can see now, I mean, look how beautiful that looks. It just gives it that extra dimension, and it really has got that lovely wow factor to it. You could then take another colour over the top, but you know what? I'm quite happy with that. There is some lovely raised elements here with the background, and I'll show you the two, because I did do one of each at home, so I'll show you the two. What I actually did though was I actually gave it a spray of our spray and
Debbie,
sparkle
I love this stuff.
over the top. Do you know it's one of my favourites?
Oh.
I was looking for Pearl Diamond and I can't find it because the one I've used is Pearl Diamond. However, not going to worry too much, Joe. I was looking for Brenda though. She seems to have disappeared. She's
She's
where?
gone to America. Do you want me to go? Oh, she's in the cupboard.
She's in the cupboard. What's
No.
she doing in the cupboard, poor little
no.
thing? Give me a second while I go and
You
grab
go
her.
and rescue
I'll go and
Brenda.
have a little look for her so I can
You go
and,
rescue
give it a
Brenda.
spray.
Cindy says, I had to laugh at your reference to Little Shop of Horrors as I used this phrase last night describing my rose bushes that are taking over my mailbox. So you'll have to trim those back. Can you imagine? The poster will be getting a bit of a prickly arm otherwise. Susie T says, I have incredible rose bushes in front of my house. I barely do anything but whack them back once a year. And I swear they are always blooming. Why don't you send me in some pictures of your rose bushes? I'd love to see them, wouldn't you, Debbie?
Oh, I love rose
Let's have a picture.
I would love to
Let's
see
have some
pictures.
pictures of your rose bushes if you've got some. Or any of your bushes, in fact. Any bush, we don't discriminate. So it could be like, what's the one I love? Lavender bushes I love. Oh, absolutely beautiful. And peony bushes, or any of your garden pictures. Let's have some garden pictures. Let's have a little look at everyone's gorgeous flowers and bushes. Send them into a studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. Have you found her?
No, I don't know where she is. And I know the guys are saying in the cupboard, but again, I'm having some hearing issues, so I can't quite tell if you were saying anything to me. But what I'm just going to tell you is I've just taken a box. Bit of makeshift crafting while we're going along. But all I'm going to do is literally give it a little bit of a coating. Now I'm going to be careful because I have got the fan on and I don't want it I actually can see it going across that direction. In fact, I've probably covered the Geminis in a gorgeous bit of spray and sparkle. But honestly, the difference that it makes, it just gives it an extra little texture over the top. However, of course, what you could do is you could use your stencil and put pastes through if you wanted to give it some more texture as well. But what you've got on here, especially when you let it dry naturally, is you've got a little bit of a sparkle. Might be a bit difficult again. I'm trying to get a decent camera angle there, but what you have got is something absolutely beautiful, and it's embossed that gorgeous detail, 3D embossing at that, and then given those stencils really just bring it to life. Now I'm going to show you the ones that I did because I am going to make this into a little bit of a card. This one that I did on this side was I used a blue letterpress technique. Now I'm going to be doing some letterpress techniques in a bit in this show, and I used blue in the background and I use the Pearl Diamond so you can see that lovely sheen going across
really
there.
gorgeous, isn't it?
But I do like it in the white, Joe. I'm not going to lie. I think it's...
I think I prefer it in the white, to be honest.
Do you prefer the white? Yeah. So I did a couple of different options there. The same colours for the roses and the background, but that little touch of colour just brings up that little element. So I'm going to just stick this down for a second, Joe, because I got myself a little bit of a happy birthday stamp. Used a bit of black and white because I do like a bit of black and white. I think it looks really striking sometimes. And because these stencils and these embossing folders are absolutely, I mean, they're so focal. I don't think it needs anything else. I don't think it needs any pattern paper or anything like that. It just looks absolutely fabulous. So again, I'm just going to pop some glue. I've popped my little happy birthday. I've got this in mind for someone, this one. And then literally done a fold back card.
You've said that, you know what's going to happen, don't you?
What's that?
It's going to win card of the show. And then card of the day.
Now I've said that, yeah,
Yep.
definitely. But I've just taken, it was just slightly over 5 by 7. And I say it's 5.5 by 7.5.
Nice.
And then I've just done my mat and layers, folded that back, added a couple of little gems on. Because what I'm just going to do now is just apply this to the back, and I'm going to use all-purpose again.
Can you use tape pen on an embossed surface like that? Could you use a tape? It will still stick in that's embossed, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course you can. Finger lift tape, red liner tape, will all attach itself to it. You just have to give it a little bit of a, rub down to make sure it's in those nooks and crannies. And then simply, I'm just going to add onto the back, and I'll just use my tape pen for this bit. I'm just going to add a couple of strands of glue halfway across there. Hope I've got the right side now. Yes, you have, you're okay. And then just position that into the centre of that fold back. And I don't think it needs anything else, Joe, because literally the focal part there is that beautiful, beautiful 3D embossing folder and minimal effort. It looks like I've coloured it in, but I haven't coloured it in. I've used those stencils and it creates the most gorgeous, gorgeous effect. And then all those little touches. And the fact that you've got stencils means that you can do things like your texture pastes, your glitter pastes, all those mixed media things through, not just inks. So bearing in mind, that's like a 2 for the price of 1 there, where you've got the embossing folder and the stencil, which is why I wanted to start with them, because I absolutely love them. They're fantastic.
It really is fantastic. Karen Albright says, what's happened to Brenda? I think she may have gone to the recycling bin in the sky, Brenda, to be honest. Merlin says, my Honda HR-V is called Grey, since it's grey. There you are. Rose says, my Pro is called Big Daddy. My Gemini is Daddy. I haven't named my car, but I talked to my GPS and her name is Gladys. There you go.
Like that one.
Hello, beautiful Debbie and handsome Joe, my 2 faves. Sorry, I'm late to the party. Don't worry, you're here now, Diane. That's the main thing. Let me share with you again there exactly what you're getting in here. So you're going to get the gorgeous poppies. There's poppies growing. You know, on the when we come into the studio, Debbie, from the house, you know, we get to the lights and we turn right.
Yeah.
Just there, I'll stop you there. There's all poppies growing wild, just in that little central reservation there. Yeah, they're so beautiful. I mean, I thought about hopping out and picking one, but I don't know if you're allowed to do that. And it probably wasn't safe. Don't stop on roads to pick flowers. Then we got the dandelion clocks, which are these ones just here. You've also got the butterfly in here there. You've got this one here, which is your gorgeous lilies. And last but not least, you've got those roses in there as well. They were red poppies, Debbie, bright red ones. Because they're quite expensive, you know. You can buy them from the florist, but they're quite expensive. Yeah. Right, let me show you the Great Century Repel deal we've got for you on the show. Now, you've got lots of different colours in here. So I always get the lilac and the lavender confused, Johnny. This is lilac or lavender, which is this one just here. Beautiful. I think that's the lavender. I think the lilac's a slightly darker one. Then what you've got is Snow White Hint of Silver, which is this one just here. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, the thing is with Centura, it just gives you the most awesome sheen and shine. It's that beautiful sort of metallic finish that you've got on there. Then you've got this one here, which is beautiful, which is your green. You've got the turquoise in here, which is this one. That was a Christmas green that I just showed you there. Then this gorgeous turquoise, look at that shine on there. 310 GSM as well, which means that it is a really, really great weight for you as well. You've got the black in there, you've also got this mint green, and you're going to get the lilac as well. Now I can see you've all got very full baskets. I'm going to give you an opportunity to check out. Whilst you do that, let's give you all the details of the US shipping.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Wonderful, all details there of the US shipping. Right, tricolours I need to remind you of, don't I? I love these, I think they're absolutely awesome. Now, this is how they're going to come to you. So you get 4 packs of them. I'll take you through the colours in just a second. But these have all been curated. So as what you've got is 3 in each pen. So you've got 3 pens in each collection. These are those 3 pens. Within each pen, you've got 3 colours which blend seamlessly together. So you can use all 3 of them independently, but then if you want to use them in one project, they all are designed to work together as a complementary colour as well. I know the team have worked really hard on putting these together. The great thing is what you're then getting is 36 colours within here. So use them individually as 36 watercolours, blend them all together, it's completely up to you. What you're then getting, of course, is then the storage wallet too. So this is a full collection that you've got right here. I think it's such a handy collection if you want to travel. Take a water brush with you. You've got somewhere in this pouch to keep some of your work as well whilst you're traveling around. I think if you're going away, or even if you're not going away, I think just to have 36 colours all together stored beautifully for that price is amazing. £38 or $57. Remember, you've got this on the buy more, save more as well. So it's going to be one of the best opportunities you've had to get a hold of these at the most amazing price. So definitely snap those up whilst we have them. Merlin, sorry, this is an amazing card. Sue, this is what a gorgeous card. This is Vicky. Lots of you loving this embossing craft house. Let's go back over to Karen because I know she's busy working away over there, and I'm really keen to see some of Karen's makes. I know all of you guys are as well. So have you got a few bits you'd like to share with us, Karen?
I do. This little box here, it looks like a suitcase, so I was using the vintage postmarks embossing folder on it, and some of it I cut out and put on the sides. I still have to put a latch on that.
That's so cute.
This is some of the embossing folders where there's one in the front and one in the back. So it's the setting stone and the spring forest.
Really lovely. I love that deer in there. Very regal, isn't it, that deer?
Gorgeous. And this was from Caring Thoughts. I think it was Caring Thoughts.
Look at that.
That's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that embossing folder.
Really beautiful embossing folder, isn't it?
Gorgeous, Karen.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
I like that
really
as well.
Really beautiful, really gorgeous. Do you have a like? If you had, I'm gonna fire off loads of questions. It's like I feel like Cilla Black sometimes. You wouldn't get that reference. It was like a dating show in the '90s in the UK, Karen. What is your favourite of all the signature collections? Have you got a favourite one? This is such a tough question, isn't it?
It's a tough one. I like Vintage Diary. I think the paper pads in Vintage Diary is my favorite.
Yeah, they are awesome, aren't they? How long have you been How long have you been tuning into our Crafters TV shows for?
Only since August.
Ah.
I'm one of the pandemic new people.
Right, I see. Yeah, you're in good company. There's lots of you. There is lots of you. How did you first discover Crafters Companion?
Through HSN, kind of through boredom, we were flipping through the TV and stopped, and it was craft day.
Wow.
And, I stopped and I stayed.
And you're still here now, which is absolutely fabulous. Right, Karen, I'm going to drop in on you again in a little while, if that's okay. Brilliant. Right, Winnebeth sent us a picture of her gardening. Thank you, Winnebeth. Karen says, I stopped the show and took a photo of the Z-Fold cars. I always thought it was a great idea. Lorraine says, hi everyone, just joined in. Been to the Evesham store here in the UK, and my hubby bought me some goodies for my birthday. Lorraine, what has he got you? Come on, spill the beans, let us know. Terry Lee says, hello, it's 110 degrees today in Arizona. Johnny, can you get on the Googles, please, and let us know what that is in Celsius? Watching poolside before it warms up. Oh, maybe we could go to Terry Lee's house and do a show, like an outside broadcast from the pool. What do you reckon? Me and you in our floaty caftans, a little bit of crafting. I think it'll be quite fabulous, Debbie. I really do. It's 43 degrees.
Are you kidding me?
No, you can't go,
I'd
Debbie.
melt.
I can't go. We'll just be two puddles on the floor by the time we get to do the show, won't we? I am glad that it's nice and warm over there for you. Then once it warms up, Terry Lee's going to head inside and do some crafting. Sounds like a sound plan to me. Right, Debbie, what are we going to look at next?
So I'm going to do a little bit of mixing up with some of the other items that we've got on the show, because we've got some gorgeous inks on, some aquatint inks, and we've also, aquatint. They are aquatint, Debbie, what's up here? Aquatint inks and sparkle inks as well. Gosh, that's too much of a mouthful.
Aquatint inks.
Too much of a mouthful, and some more gorgeous cut and emboss folders. We're really spoiling you tonight with all the different folders that we've got on. There is also as well, there's a show that Jan did. I'm trying to think how long ago it was.
I think
she
it was
did
about,
a technique based with embossing folders.
I think it was about 3 weeks ago, Debbie.
Yeah,
with myself.
I'm going to say, because it was absolutely fabulous. And the different kinds of things that you can do with them, from embossing things like leather, acetate, vellum, all sorts of different materials that you can do, lots of different techniques, from letterpress techniques. Honest to goodness, there's absolutely loads, and it's well worth checking that show out, because there's some sensational things that you can do with them. So I'm going to do a mix up my cut and emboss folder with the aquatint inks, and I'm going to give myself, I might surprise you with this, but I'm choosing a different colour to what I normally go with. So I'm taking some summertime. Now the aquatint inks are absolutely fabulous. You've got 4 times more colour in, 4 times more colour, 4 times more ink in here than you are. Oh, it's the glitz
I need to let you know the glitz and glamour sold out and gone. So usually the summertime.
It's a good job I chose the summertime.
You know,
then.
these are being discontinued as well. So if you really want to get your hands on these, then you need to act
I'm
quickly.
depressed now you've said that. What's that price?
Half price, £6.49 or $9.97.
I would definitely be getting 1 or 2
Get them,
of these.
stock up, even if you've got them and you love using them, because they last for ages, don't they, Debbie?
They do indeed. Now, this is the pot that I've got here, and I've taken the blue from this colour, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's called Blue Topaz. Absolutely gorgeous. And I want to show you that intense ink. Now, I've taken some watercolour cardstock, because this is a water-based product. There's no shaking to wake in this one, because it's just pure ink and colour. And literally, I'm just going to dip my brush into there, Joe, and look at the colour.
Debbie.
The colour is absolutely beautiful, and I'm literally dipping my brush, and then what I'm going to do, because it is...
What are you doing with it?
Dipping.
I'm dipping.
I'm
My brush. I'm dipping.
And I'm dipping again, because I'm going to give it a little bit of a ombre effect, just by literally adding some water to create a very ombre effect with very minimal ink, and I mean minimal ink. These are just absolutely beautiful. I want a bit more darker up there, because it's glorious. How beautiful are these inks? The colours as well are just beautiful.
Isn't our watercolour card really good quality? Because you've got a lot of moisture down on there, and it hasn't buckled or gone soggy or any of that.
No, not at all. And what I'm just going to do is, because I don't trust myself, I'm just going to pop that on the top.
Wouldn't be the first time, Debbie, would it?
I'm going to put it back on there. I'm going to dry this off. Now, it is incredibly warm in here, so it's not going to take that long to dry, Joe. But what I'm just going to do is just heat it up and dry off the excess ink, so to speak. And it will only take a couple of minutes to do this bit, Joe. And again, I'm just going to finish that off all the way around the edge.
Beautiful. A lot of you sending in pictures. We have had so many. Charlotte is really loving them all. Keep them coming into us. It's studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I haven't got a garden, so I can't send you any pictures of my garden, I'm afraid.
No, me neither. Oh,
I
me neither.
technically,
I got the pictures of them.
I tell people that the marina, which is just over the road from me, is technically my garden. My garden's a marina, which is nice.
And I've got 3 lovely sized gardens, but
I have. Hang on a minute. Shut the front door.
I've got a big front one, a side one, and a back one. A back garden as well. Yes.
Fabulous.
Yeah, love it.
Are they all well kept?
The front one is.
Right. Okay.
We'll not talk about the side or the back. No, we'll not talk about that.
Okay.
Now, the lovely thing is about with these as well is that because it's water-based as well, and one of my favourite ones is giving it a little bit of a faux bleach technique just by splashing. You'll have probably seen us guys do this technique loads and loads of times, but it really does show you the power of the inks and how gorgeous and glorious they look. I'm going to leave the water on there for a second just to soak up that ink and then take a little bit of dry tissue. Now we've run out of the normal tissue paper, so I'm having to use a bit of blue tote roll here. At least I intend to resort to toilet paper. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. So I'm just going to literally now pop that across, give that a nice little coverage over the top. There we go. Give it a nice wipe. And then lift off, and look how gorgeous that looks. It just looks absolutely beautiful. What you're going to do is let it dry off, either naturally or give it another let it dry naturally or give it another touch with the heat gun, because what we're going to do is we're going to use it. Now I've got one already thoroughly dried, so mine from earlier is thoroughly dried with this one. I'm going to keep that for something else because that is just beautiful. But honestly, I love making backgrounds. You know, Joe, it's one of my favourite things. But what we're going to do with this one is we're going to use our cut and emboss folder, and I'm also going to bring in some of this fabulous embossing powders. Now we've got lots of embossing powders on the show today from the Cosmic Shimmer range. Nice. Absolutely glorious. These are the Andy Skinner ranges, and this one's called Funky Cold Patina.
Funky Cold Patina.
Yeah, I feel like a rapping song going off here.
Every time spit some bars for us, Debbie.
But I just love it. A bit of funky gold patina. How gorgeous is that?
Patina.
What is beautiful about these embossing powders, and I don't know if you're familiar with any of the Cosmic Shimmer ranges, is these are what I call the more, not grungy, because I feel that's a wrong word, but more
they're chunky,
textured,
aren't they?
Chunky, textured, gorgeous colours, lots of different colours in there that you can create a really different effect, and that's what we're going to do in a moment. So what I'm going to do now, Joe, is I'm going to do you can do this with a brayer, or you can take your ink pad straight in there, but I'm using some sticky ink because with our embossing powders, for it to stick, you need to have a translucent, clear watermark by Spectrum Noir ink pad, and it tells you on there, perfect for heat embossing and resist techniques. So this one is going to be the perfect one for it. I'm going to have to apologise.
Oh, Debbie.
Yours won't look like that.
Debbie.
I know, and I'm really sorry. I am really sorry.
That was a clean one recently, wasn't it?
It was. I told you,
happened?
I'm not to be trusted with them. Not to be trusted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into because this, again, fabulous concept. It is an embossing folder, and it cuts at the same time, so it has metal inside here, so it's got a piece of like a die metal in there. Bit of a sponge, not paper, like most people do sometimes confuse, so keep that in there. It helps release, it helps pop out that middle part there. But again, beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful embossing, wait a minute, cut and emboss folder. Cut and emboss folder, Debbie, that's what I'm reading.
That's the one? That's the ticket?
That's where I'm going. And again, it gives you an indication on the front. So, you know, whenever you're popping this in, always think about the metal cutting down in, and then the rest will emboss. So again, what I'm wanting to do is put it onto this side of the embossing folder. Like I said, you could use a brayer. I've completely lost mine. I'm going to have to get myself another one because this technique really does work well with a brayer because you can catch all the areas. However,
Terry Lee said we've got a standing invitation to go to her pool in Arizona.
Oh, Joe, get us booked.
We could go and see Totally Tiffany Spalding. She's in Arizona as well.
Oh, is she?
Can we all go?
Can we all go?
I'm going to say we can all go. I mean, I'll check with Terry Lee, but I'm sure she'll be fine with it. Maybe we could just swing it so we could just all go there, do a show, and then come back in.
Yeah.
Maybe do a couple of weeks. We could do a show in all sort of different, one in every county. Go on, not county, every state, sorry. Could do a big tour.
I love that idea, Joe. I love that idea. Now, I'm placing my cardstock. I'm sure she won't mind. I'm placing my cardstock into there. I've got my sticky ink already inside. And what that's going to do when it cuts through is it's going to give me a surface to be able to pop the... oh, I'm forgetting then. It's a cut and emboss folder. Ooh, nearly. Thought it were 3D. What I'm going to do is a bit of extra crunch as well. Whenever I'm using a cut and emboss folder, I use my 2 clear plates, pop my folder with my cardstock in the centre, pop the metal plate on the top, and then the other cutting plate and run that through. Gives it a little bit extra oomph, a bit of a oomph. So that's why I do it that way. Normally 2 clear cutting plates is what you need, Joe. But Debbie's top tip is pop your metal shim in there and you'll get an extra bit of oomph. A little bit of extra oomph.
Who doesn't want a bit of oomph?
Exactly. Now then, what we've got now is a surface ready for our clear cutting. It's also cut out that beautiful piece. So I'm going to grab myself a spare piece of cardstock. Come on, cardstock, don't let me down. Where are you? There we go. Because what I'm going to do now is pop on the... I have got that right way around, haven't I, Joe, after all that? After Debbie... I'm going to chuck all of this over the top of it. And again, you can see just how chunky this is. I love this stuff, honestly. There's some beautiful colours on there. I want you to go and check the website out so you can see all the fabulous colours. And you can really see them chunky textures in there. And I'm going to give it a little press into places to make sure it hits the spots where I want it to. Give that a nice little coverage all the way around. And then just simply tap it off. And you can see all the areas that it's caught into. Awesome. And then when we do this now, when we heat set it, and I'm gonna be really good, because I'm terrible, and I did it again at home yesterday with mine. Didn't put them away, and then put the heat gun on, and guess what happened?
No. Oh no!
Exactly.
No.
Completely and utterly caked in embossing powder all over. Right, just
you've got
get
a nice
rid.
sparkly craft room now, though.
Oh, absolutely, Joe, absolutely. Now, to heat set this, you need to grab your heat tool. So, all we're going to do now is heat set it. Now, I'm going to leave it on there. Make sure you've got your gun at the right temperature. So, let it... so, is Jan... Did you say earlier, Jan's is very quiet?
It doesn't make a noise. It's like it's like the sort of heat tool that a French mime artist would use. It's like she's just pretending to heat it. She's had it for years, apparently.
I've got mine's a pink one at home. This one's a Chloe one, isn't it? This one, I think. Well, yeah, I think this one's a Chloe one. I keep saying we need to bring out a heat gun. We definitely need a heat gun in our range.
I think we do have a heat gun in the US, don't we? But only through HSN you can get a Craft Companion heat tool, I believe. Terry Lee says she's only 20 miles from Tiffany, so we can definitely stay with her.
Way.
There you are.
Hey, I love that. I love that idea. I think we might have to take her up on that offer, you know.
I think so, absolutely. Karen Fisher says it's neat to have a fellow Floridian on Crafters TV. Karen's about 45 minutes from me. Oh, there you go. Maybe you can meet up and do some crafting. Candice says, I love that background, Debbie. Beautiful, says Jean. Who else we've got here? There is a heating tool, Crafters Companion branded one, available on the HSN website right now if you're stateside. Pat Powell Porlack, what a name. Pat Powell Porlack says, I am loving the background and the rose stencil card. I love your demos, Debbie. And Joe, I just love your comments and presentation. With these compliments, you spoil us, Pat.
Aww,
love that. Could you email
lovely.
that to my manager, please? Jenny.san... No. Can you imagine? I just gave your email address.
Yes, behave yourself, Joe, otherwise you'll be getting an email on Monday morning.
I know.
But all I'm doing, this is like just adding some more extra texture on top. So we did a textured background with the inks. We've then run it through with a bit of embossing powder. and it gives it some extra texture. Sometimes I like to be a bit rogue, and sometimes I do like things that are a little bit a bit different. And this, you can see how gorgeous. Look how beautiful that shimmer and shine, and it's completely different to your normal standard embossing powders because it's got that lovely thicker quality to it, and I absolutely love the range. Don't be afraid to go and have a look on the website and check them out and have a play with them, because you can see there I've got, I think I'm actually like this better than the one I've done because I've already pre-prepped one, but there's lots and lots of things you can do with it. So I'm going to show you the one because I'm going to turn this into a bit of a shaker card. Can you see that I did a bit lighter on that one?
Nice.
I like that one better. I'm going to have to use that, Joe, later. But all I've done with that is I've added a couple of little gems. I've popped some acetate onto the back, and I've popped myself some foam on a roll all the way around because I'm going to behave, because I'm going to make a nice little shaker card. Yeah.
Oh, foam on a roll. Foam on a roll. How's the last bit go?
Foam on a roll.
Foam on a roll, hey! I would get Johnny and Charlotte to sing it again. I think we might get in trouble if we do that.
Now then, I've done a little bit of stamping with a birthday sentiments that we have. Do you know the mix and match sentiments?
Yeah.
Pop that on there.
Beautiful.
I've cut myself some flowers, Joe, and a butterfly. I was doing this and literally dipped the ends into, this is why it got a bit mucky. I dipped the ends into the petals, into this sticky ink, and then simply popped some more of that embossing powder on. And can you see? I wonder if Charlotte can get in close. If I leave it there, please excuse the mucky fingernails.
I've got inky fingers still from yesterday.
Have you really?
Yeah.
But can you see just how lovely that embossing powder looks on there?
Nice.
So that's why I wanted to show you how fabulous. Oh wow, Charlotte! Get away from your wrinkly hands, good grief. But how beautiful do
I can
they
read
look.
your palm from there.
And I did the same.
Look at the size of your health line.
Is that good?
I think so.
Good.
And your money line
And my
size.
money line. Oh, am I
Yeah.
loaded? I wish you'd tell my bank manager that. But literally, you're going to be able to create some beautiful, and that's with the spare background paper that I had left over as well, Joe. So it's just showing you little different ideas that you can do with them. So I'm going to bring in my plain cardstock there, and I'm going to bring in some sequins. I'm not going to put any background paper on because the textures that I've got on there with the layering of the inks and the embossing powders doesn't really need anything else at all. So what I'm just going to do now is spread that out a little bit. I'm going to line it up, make sure it's all, push you down there a little bit. Spread it out a little bit. I feel like I'm doing a little song to myself there. And then I'm just going to take off my tape off the back of my foam on a roll.
Johnny's chair is
that-
in. I mean the. It's like. It's like the start of like I feel like there's an advert for a bank or something. It sounds like the start of that advert, Debbie. Is
yeah.
Is it for like? Is there like a speeding train or something?
Oh, I know what you mean. Exactly. Actually, that does. Do you know that's a great way of putting the sound that we can hear in our ear?
Yeah.
Just a shame everybody else can't hear it.
No, it's not a shame. Honestly, it's driving me mad. You could just. I mean, he can't breathe in there. He's not allowed to click his pen. He was clicking his pen very loudly.
Well, we heard
in the
him
early
clicking
show.
his pen
What else
earlier,
does he
didn't
like
we?
to do? If he drinks his drink, his water bottle makes a funny noise. There's nothing, he can't do anything.
Vindaloo. What's she saying Vindaloo for?
Oh, he keeps singing Vindaloo because the football's on.
Oh, I did wonder, Charlotte. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
what?
I've had It's Coming Home stuck in my head all day today. Football's
Hey, that
coming
must be a
home.
good sign. That must be a good sign.
Tomorrow, isn't it, in the UK, England play in the Euros 2020, even though it's in 2021. Yes, so that's fun.
Yes,
Are you going to
Johnny,
get you into the football, Debbie?
I do like football, I'm not going to lie. I do like it. I mean,
And
I
darts,
wouldn't
do you like?
watch it. Darts, oh, love darts. Snooker, oh, love snooker. I love me darts. I
You
wish
and
I could
Kelly
play
need
them.
to get... Kelly's obsessed with the darts, you know.
Oh,
aren't
I
Kelly?
love darts. I love me darts, absolutely. I really do. I fancy myself as a dart player, but I'm a bit rubbish, so I
you?
don't think it's ever going to work.
Isn't one of the best players in the world now a woman or a woman? Or am I
No,
making
you've not
it
made
up?
that up. That's absolutely true.
What's her name?
Absolutely true, Joe. Yeah.
Do you know her name?
I can't remember her blinking
Okay.
name. I remember what she looks like.
Do you want to describe her to us?
An advert for the darts. Oh, do you know what though? Well, you
Sarah's good at darts,
you caught me, didn't you, watching darts?
When?
When I went up in the house, didn't you catch me? Oh, would that be snooker?
Can't remember. You watching the snooker, I think, yeah.
Oh, I love you.
Do you know who is a keen darts player? Good at the darts is our boss, Sarah.
What?
Yeah. They used to call the Durham Dynamo, apparently, yeah.
Oh,
Used to play.
What? She used to play darts?
Yeah. Back in the day at the cricket club, yeah.
Well, you learn something new every day about people you know. You think you know. My God, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, you ought to give her a game. We could get a dartboard in the house, Debbie.
Can I tell you, I'm not very good with my mum and my sister. Brilliant.
Right.
They were in the darts team, local darts team, but not me. I like it. I love watching it, but no, I'm not a player. In fact, I won't stand anywhere near me if I started rattling
Really?
a
No, I'm the same.
no.
I'm absolutely shocking, Debbie. I'm shocking at most sports, in fact. I can just about manage a game of tennis. I did play rugby as a kid as well.
I don't like rugby, but for all the wrong reasons.
For all the right reasons, Debbie.
Oh dear. Now, I've got myself a little bit of a shaker card, but where you can see all those layered textures on top of each other. It's the legs. I'm just going to get it out there. But absolutely love these embossing powders. When you start mixing different mediums together, you can really create something quite lovely and something a little bit different as well. So these are absolutely fabulous. I love cut and emboss folders. I love the inks and I love those embossing powders. Go and check the website out and go and look at the colours that we've got left, because we've got still a few left on there, but they're absolutely fantastic and you'll love them.
Brilliant. Right, I'm going to run you back through those embossing folders. Brilliant deal for you here. Save more than you spend as a platinum member. I have to apologise about my hair. I'm looking very Boris Johnson today. Honestly, looks like I've combed it with the leg of a chair. I'm getting it cut on Monday, you'll be pleased to know. Right, candy cane is the first one that we have for you. You can go for that. You can also, you're getting all of them, which is the excellent thing. The floral frame, you will also receive open window. Then you've got this one, which is sunburst. And you've got that one with the bees. That's a bit of me, this one, Debbie, you know. Do you know what I'd like with this, Debbie? Do you know what I'd like is that as like a little mini scrapbook with 3 little photos in, you know, of me and some friends, and then and then maybe put that in a frame. Use that as a mount. It could be me with you, Debbie, me with Charlotte, and then me with Johnny in there. What do you think?
I love that idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Love that.
That's cracking. Absolutely cracking.
There we go. I'll put it on top of me. I'll put it on my Victorian drawers. There we go. Right, let's move on to the classic everyday. So in here you've got birthday, which is this one. Now remember, these are cut and embossed. These are the biggest saving in the show, these ones as well. So do grab these. So you've got birthday, congrats, friend, home, love, and you've also got thanks. In there too, £31, saving you £46, $35 saving you $54, and you can use your platinum discount on top, and you've got spend more, save more on top of that as well. So a really, really rather fabulous deal there. Let's go back and see the lovely Karen one more time as well. I know she is across there in Florida. So Karen, do you tend to, do you craft on your own? Do you craft with friends? Is there like any classes or anything like that locally to you?
Well, not right now because everything's still kind of shut down. My sister comes over and does some things with me. And actually in a week, a couple ladies from my Red Hat group are coming over and we're having a craft day here at my house.
What's a Red Hat group? I've never heard of this.
You've never heard of the Red Hat Society?
No, never. I'm intrigued though.
It started in the 80s with some ladies. It's a ladies social group. And it's for ladies who are mostly over the age of 50. If you're under the age of 50, you can't wear a red hat. You have to wear a pink one. And basically, they like to go out and enjoy life.
That is amazing. So a little bit like, there's kind of a little bit like the US version of the Women's Institute then?
Could be.
Yeah. So we have the Women's Institute all over the UK, which is, it sounds kind of similar. But yes, well, that sounds really interesting. What a fun thing to do. Your husband's watching as well. He says, I can see his comment just here. He said, super excited to see my wife Karen on her favourite crafting TV show. I think he's watching you in the other room, Karen.
I think he is. Now, he is a crafter.
Is he?
Yes, he used to not be.
He's a
he started
crafting.
watching-
Is he there? Bring him in. We want to try it.
You want him to come in?
Yeah, call him in. I want to see him. We want to see him.
Come
We've got
on.
a crafting power couple in the building.
Wow, I love it.
She probably heard you. Yeah, but he started watching Color Me Happy with me.
Right.
And I
Aw.
think he uses the markers now as much as I do.
Ah, amazing. So I love that you've affected him. Michael
Yeah.
is Karen's husband.
He did make his mother a card for Mother's Day.
Oh,
Round of applause for Karen's husband there. That's amazing. You must be so proud, Karen.
Yeah, he enjoys it.
Oh, well, that is good. Is he coming in or is he not? He's too shy.
Oh, here he is.
Here he comes. Here, where's
Yay.
Michael? Let's say hi to Michael. Get away from Michael. He's coming. He's coming. Hey, there he is.
power couple, a power
Look at-
crafting couple.
What a lovely crafting couple. That's amazing.
I love that. Absolutely fabulous. Oh, he can't hear us.
He can't
Ah, I was
Hi.
saying, how amazing that you're now a crafting couple. That's fantastic.
Yep, I've crafted a few things, made her a Christmas card and stuff. I've done this here and there.
Oh,
He
well,
really likes
that's
doing
amazing.
craft.
That's absolutely incredible. I love that. How fabulous. So good to see you, Michael.
Thank you.
Right, Karen, now you've had I was going to say a streaker. That's not the right word, is it?
No.
That's something else,
No,
not a
that's
streaker.
something else, that,
what am I
Joe.
thinking of? What's the word? A pitch invasion. We'll move on. Have you got some more of your makes you'd like to share with us?
This is what I've been working on while we were during the show.
Oh, this looks awesome. What have you
I
used
need to
there?
read that.
Dedication stamps.
Oh, I love that. That's
cool.
gorgeous.
Works so well with the embossing folder, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's one of the that's that lovely embossing folder that's in the collection on the show
Yeah,
today. Yeah,
it is, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Love how that
that's
works
a really
together.
good embossing folder. You could use that in the background for pretty much anything.
What was the colours you'd used there to colour that with? It looked very shiny.
It was the Alpine, was the green, the blue, I think was the True Blue.
Oh, nice.
There's the tri-blends for the most part.
Tri-blends for the most part. Okay, awesome. Love that, Karen.
This is something I was finishing that I worked on last night.
Oh, that's
nice.
gorgeous.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, have you cut that out? Have you cut the rose element out there and layered it up like because it looks a bit
3D.
Decoupaged.
That's one of the double-sided dies, the Dahlia.
Ooh, lovely. I love that.
Love that.
This one.
I do. I love that. It's one of my. I absolutely adore that.
Now,
embossing
that
folder.
die that you've used there, Debbie, she waxes lyrical about that die, don't you, Debbie?
Yeah,
The
it's
edgeable they've used.
absolutely gorgeous, that die. I love it. It's really, really beautiful. That's a glorious card. I absolutely love that, Karen.
Amazing. And I know you did a craft along recently with us, Karen, as well, didn't you?
Oh,
Have you-
this morning.
Yeah. What have you got? What you made on that? Oh, that's awesome.
I love it. Oh, look at your macarons. They're
So to
gorgeous. Oh,
Love
look at
those.
your colouring. Your colourings. Oh, it's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah,
Love
that is absolutely gorgeous, Karen. So
Thank you.
what have you got in store for the rest of your weekend? What does a Floridian weekend look like, Karen?
Well, a friend of ours just bought a house, so we may go over and see their new house.
Nice.
And we may go up to Animal Kingdom up in Orlando for one of the Disney parks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, how far is that then from you?
About an hour and a half.
Oh, jealous.
Just a bit.
So jealous. Honestly, you could just go to Disney at the weekends. That's incredible.
Yeah, being in Florida, you can get a pass, and so you do kind of get spoiled living here in Florida. I grew up here, and then we moved away for a long time, and now that we're finally back, it's nice being back.
Ah, so where did you move to in the interim?
Oh, my husband was in the Navy, so we kind of lived all over the place. We were in South Carolina, Virginia, and Washington State.
Amazing. That must be fun, and how exciting moving around. Right, if we come to Disney then, Karen, you're gonna have to take us for a whiz around the Animal Kingdom or something like that. Karen, can I say it's been such a pleasure to have you back on the Craft House. It's so lovely to chat to you. Have you enjoyed it? Will you come back sometime?
Yes, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'll definitely come back.
Oh, awesome. Well, I hope we get to see you again really soon, Karen. Enjoy Animal Kingdom, Karen, and have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
Take care, bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, isn't she adorable? And a crafting power couple, Debbie. Yeah, I thought we were the
That's
only crafty
amazing.
power couple, but turns out there's another one. But you are my mistress. There's you and Ben, obviously. I don't know if Ben's real wife crafts either, so we'll have to try and find that out as well. Loads of you are chatting away in the comments. We've got loads of... Do we want to do some pictures or are we going to dive straight into a demonstration? Let's see some pictures. We've got
yeah,
garden
love
pictures coming in, Debbie.
I'm
This
loving
is turning into a rather fabulous show, this might say. I'm loving it. Winnerbeth sent us in a picture of her bushes. Look at those, aren't they lovely?
Oh, Winnebeth, that's beautiful.
Johnny's got a list of what all they all are. So here we go. And now he's lost it. Lemongrass.
Oh.
Sorry, lemongrass, catmint,
Catmint.
and milkweed.
I thought you said muckweed.
So did I.
Milkweed.
Winnebeth, they are gorgeous. Pamela sent this next one in to us. What are these, Johnny?
Oh. Oh.
They're lilies. Oh, lilies, my favourite. I didn't realise that lilies like grow in a bush.
I didn't realise you could get them in orange.
No, I've seen orange lilies. Stargazers are my favourite.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Sian's got massive bushes. Look at this. What is this, a lavender field?
Is that Sean's garden?
No.
Oh,
Just
I was
down from
going to
that.
say,
Can
I'm
you
like, Sean, I'm
imagine?
moving in because that's just fabulous.
Can you imagine what that smells like?
Oh, I bet it smells amazing.
Oh, there's in Norfolk, there's loads of lavender fields.
Oh,
A rose bush from Renee, isn't that
Oh,
beautiful?
I love that. That's beautiful. Oh,
Nina's sent us
gorgeous.
in this next one. Jasmine flowers.
Oh, wow.
Like, they always remind me of Asia, those one.
Oh.
Is this Astrid, the next one? I
Is
thought
this
it
our
was.
Charlotte?
Astrid, isn't it?
But our Charlotte is, what's your dog called?
But is that these are yours, Charlotte? Oh, sorry, I thought this was Astrid for some reason. I don't know
No,
why. Even though
no,
it
I
says
thought
Charlotte.
it were our Charlotte.
What's,
I was like,
poppies?
what's your doggy called? Town? Towel?
Oh, Tyne, like the River Tyne. Fog on the Tyne is all mine, that. Are these poppies, Charlotte?
Oh,
Isn't he
Charlotte,
adorable?
Beautiful garden, beautiful pooch.
Can you bring me in some poppies when we work together in a couple of weeks, Charlotte? Thank you. Right, any more? That is it. How beautiful. Right, anyway, if you've got more flowers pictures or garden pictures you'd like to send us in, please do so, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And Debbie's got fan mail.
I did.
I got fan mail.
I was like, what's this package? Because we were looking for things earlier and Jake fetched it over. And do you know what? It's aptly timed this because it's a bit of embossing in this as well. But I'm going to give a lovely big shout out to Ilda. If you're watching, Ilda, I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart because I love these kind of gifts. And this is Ilda Scott from Texas. And I just think, oh, I'm just so touched that you've sent this beautiful card to me. And I want to show everybody, Ilda, how beautiful. Do you know, I imagine that is me, Ilda. Me in one of my big flowing dresses. But look at that gorgeous embossing folder. And this is aptly done because I'm going to be using some gilding wax next. But she even popped in there a lovely little note for me. And I'm telling you now, Ilda, you touched and made my day
Did she
today.
warm your cockles?
She definitely won my cockles, so thank you so much. There was even a wax seal on my envelope.
No, that's how you do it,
and
Debbie Fisher, if you're watching.
The Fisher, if you're watching, that's how a wax seal is done.
Poor Debbie, she's never going to live this down, is she?
But honestly, Ilda, thank you so much. And you know, whenever I get anything, I had a lovely poem sent to me about my granddaughter. I've had cards, birthday cards. Whenever I get anything sent, I keep everything. Can I tell you, I keep everything. I don't throw anything. It goes in my, semi-craft room. It's in a little pile at the minute because when I get my craft room done, they're all going up on shelves. They're going
Are
up
you
on a
going to
little
show us the
shelf.
pictures of your craft room? I know
I
you've taken some
will
before.
do. I will do indeed.
When it's sorted?
When? It's getting there, ish. The plan is getting there. I'm off at the end of July into August. And
This year?
This year.
Okay, right, just checking.
Cheeky devil. It's definitely getting done. I just need a few more pennies and a trip to a certain Swedish store because I've got everything.
Craig was there today. He could have picked
Well,
some up for
I
you.
saw his post, so yeah, I'm just a bit envious of Craig's craft room. It's just glorious.
It's the cat's pyjamas, isn't it?
It's just beautiful, isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous, it is.
It
Well,
is
his whole
indeed.
house is gorgeous. His back bit's gorgeous. The garden! Thank you, Johnny! The back bit, they're lovely. It's got a gorgeous back
you should
bit.
see the front bit.
It's just beautiful.
Oh.
Honestly, it's gorgeous. It's got decking, it's beautiful. The man has got taste, is what he's got. Absolutely. Right.
Anyway, should we
moving
crack
along.
on? We're going to go back to Debbie.
I thought you were giving me a minute to have a
No,
little swing.
sorry.
Right,
I'll do some comments. Don't worry. Sarah H. She says, I'm with you, Debbie. I love to watch a rugby match. Fwa is what she says. For holidays tonight, we used to have a dartboard about 2 feet from the big screen in the Florida room and take a guess what happens when the boys were goofing around with their friends. Yup, busted the screen. What's a Florida room? Oh, let me know, please. Val loves the darts. She was in a league team for many years. Must be very talented. Debbie says, I love that. Debbie, I love that cards as Karen Fisher. You've inspired me to make my similar to that. I'm going to copy it. Sarah's Creation says the red hats are so fun. Rose says, that's awesome, Karen. Michael got to photobomb you. How amazing. And one more for the moment. DS says, so nice when hubby is involved with your crafting. My hubby loves it too. Helps me create things all the time. My husband doesn't help me create anything, Debbie. Do you know why?
Why?
Because I haven't got one.
Why did I walk into that one? Seriously.
Right, what are we going to do next, Debbie?
Well, I thought I'm going to get this one in to show you what you can do with your embossing folders. Now, I chose, because I was initially going to do this as a demo back in December, but my grandson decided to make an early entrance into the world. So I never got to do that show and Debbie ended up doing it for me. So I've saved it. However, I've had to change it up slightly because it's a different embossing folder that we've got on. This one that I did was with the country garden, and I love doing things like this because these are incredible, where you can actually decorate beautiful gift boxes. And I say gift boxes, this was an MDF box. Now, I've taken one here. I've actually already started painting it, but I've left a little bit to show you. That's what it looked like. Now, cheap as chips in any stores you can buy things
And a
like
right
these
Bobby
MDF.
Dazzler.
Oh, honestly, literally. And all you need is a bit of Pebeo. And as if by magic, we've got some Pebeo on the show.
We do.
It was like it was made for this.
It was. You can go for the black or you can go for the white. It's up to you.
Yeah.
We'll give you those details.
Absolutely.
Here's the black, $4.99, $6.99. We've got the white as well.
And all I'm doing, Joe, is I'm going to put... Oh, gosh, I didn't need that much. Dear me, that's because it's really warm in here. But I'm going to cover it.
So is it like a paint and a sealant, basically, Debbie?
It's literally like... I wanted a better word. It's like a primer.
Right.
But it's just absolutely fabulous. And it really does cover a lot. Now, I'm going to let that dry. It doesn't take that long to dry. But it gives me a base to work from. And I am going to be adding some gilding wax to this. So that's why I've... Oh, gosh, I've got a sloppy bit on back. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, do you know, I thought I'd done well earlier.
You've done great. You always do great, Debbie.
Oh, bless you. But I'm just going to let that bottom bit dry while we move on.
You let your bottom dry.
Walked into that one. But gesso is a wonderful thing. And look at the size of this. This is literally one of the biggest tubes that we do, and it is absolutely fabulous. It is matte, so it's like a matte texture, and it's a bit like what's the right word? A bit chalky looking.
Yeah.
When it dries, but it's an absolutely fabulous base to do things like adding gilding. So I'm going to get a bit messy.
I was going to read you what it says on the back, but it's all in French from what I
Yes, because it's a Pebeo company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pebeo is a French company.
250 mils. You get a quarter of a litre, which is loads.
Yeah, it is. It's tons. I know I use gesso quite a lot, especially in mixed media products, and I don't use as much. I've still got, I think since I started doing this, about 4 years that I've been doing a bit of mixed media, I'm on the second tube, and I do use it quite a lot because I do like to make things like this. Anyway, moving along. got some fabulous 3D embossing folders, and one of my favourites. I was going to do the textured swirly one, you know, but I've changed my mind and gone with a leopard because I think this is beautiful. And again, 3D folders, you can see that it isn't a standard embossing folder. It's made slightly thicker, so it's a bit thicker in depth to a standard embossing folder.
Debbie, could you just show us it next to a 2D embossing folder? Just for anyone that's out there, just so we can see the difference in the thickness.
Let me just delve down and grab.
You have a rummage.
Let me have a
Whilst
rummage.
you rummage, Four Holiday says, yay, a crafting power couple. A couple that crafts together stays together. There you go. A lot of beautiful comments for Karen coming in. Lynn says, lovely makes Karen. How nice that your hobby crafts too. Sian says, I wish it was my garden, Debbie. It's the lavender fields near where I live. It's so beautiful. Rebecca says, what a fantastic card. We can all imagine dancing at a ball, talking about that lovely card that Hilda sent into you.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I've had a rummage. I've had a look in me Sarah's signature range. And I don't know, but can you physically see the difference
Yes, I can
between
see.
the two? So this one is what I call a standard embossing folder.
It's almost sort of what? It's about 60% the thickness, the 2D one?
Yeah, when you look at it, you can see that there's definitely a different depth. And that's because 2D is just one level of raised embossing, which is why it's called 2D. But 3D, you've got multi-layers. So on here, you've got multi-layers of embossing, which create that beautiful texture and give it that extra sculpture. And it just really is beautiful. Now I'm going to bring it to life, this, with literally some black cardstock. And I've got all my Pebeo gilding waxes in front of me as well, because I love using gilding wax. I think every one of us here at this team absolutely love this. Now, literally, you're going to feed it into your cardstock, pop it into the folder. Because it is 3D, do you remember the combination, Joe?
Yes, clear cutting plate, magnetic plastic.
Oh, yo.
10 house points for
on
Gryffindor.
my
I don't
head.
think I'd be Gryffindor actually, I think I'd be Hufflepuff. 10 house points for Hufflepuff.
Now, whenever you
What house
use-
would you be in, Debbie?
is it Gryffindor?
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
Everyone wants to be in Gryffindor, don't they?
Yeah, of
Johnny,
course,
what house would you
it's
be in?
one.
Slytherin, I'm afraid. Charlotte? I think Charlotte might be a Hufflepuff with
Can
me.
I just explain what she said in my ear then?
Yeah.
She doesn't know them. Charlotte, are you telling me you've never watched Harry Potter?
Have you not read the book, Charlotte? You need to read the books. I read the books when I was in my late teens and they were awesome. I love them. I'm sure you'd love them.
I actually thought everybody knew Harry Potter. I thought everybody...
She doesn't like stuff that isn't real, she says.
Oh, but it is real. Yes, it is, Charlotte. No, but it does. That does happen. Don't you know those things?
Anyone just tuning in thinking, what is going on?
We're having a slight little disagreement in our ear there. Now, to create my panels, all I've done is I've taken a ruler, Joe, and I've measured each one of these bases. So obviously, if you're using a different one to this, I picked this box up when I were at Chesterfield. In fact, I picked quite a few because I love doing this. But you just measure your elements from your side panels to the inside panels as well. So I'm going to carry on letting that dry for a second, because what we're going to do now is I've taken all my pieces and I've got loads of pieces here. Inside panels, outside panels.
How do you measure the inside panel?
Right, good question. Very good question. So for the inside panel, especially on one of these boxes, I just measured across the length, measured across the width, and then deducted what size this was on each side, and that's how I got
Clever,
to
aren't
my
you?
pa-
Aren't you a clever stick?
Hey, see, I'm not just a pretty face,
No
you know.
flies on
Well, I'm
you,
not even that,
Debbie.
but- yeah.
Oh, you are,
Oh,
Debbie.
bless you.
Beautiful inside and out.
Oh, like you're a darling, you are. Now, at the moment, it just looks like bog standard black cardstock, and you can't really see the level and depth of dimension until you add this magical stuff. And I adore our gilding waxes.
This is the Pebeo gilding waxes, indeed. There is a deal on these for you. Not often we bunch these together as a collection, but we have done exactly that. You get the antique gold, the Renaissance, and the silver. They should be $47.96. It's £32. You're saving over a third here, so you're getting more than one free, which is excellent. Don't forget you've got to buy more, save more. So if you're spending over 30, you'd save an extra 5. And also, your Club Inspired discount, $25.60 or $36.80 to get 4 of our amazing gilding waxes. I think that's incredible value, Debbie, don't you?
It is, and it's not often we get, you know, the amount that we've got in stock-wise, and especially, I think there's just one colour missing off there by the looks of it, because that says 4 elements, doesn't it? Read me those colours again.
Oh, hang on. So the only one we don't have is Empire Gold.
Thank you very much, Joe. Thank you very much. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to layer up colour. Now, you can see it already looking fabulous. Now, before we're doing any of the buffing or anything like that, simply run it across and then choose another colour. And now, again, you could use quite a few colours here. So which one did you say? So, right, Empire.
Empire, we don't have.
I'll not use the Empire. I think somebody
My
has
favourite is
duplicated.
my favourite is the Renaissance.
Yes, I'll put a bit of Renaissance on for you then, Joe. I'll pop
Thank
a little
you.
bit on there. One of mine is King Gold, which is what I'm using right now, and Antique Gold. I love them. And that's the one that we seem to be missing in the craft room. So we might have to get Jake on the case. However, I'm not going to worry too much because I have already pre-done this. Now, the lovely thing about this is you can mix up, and I wanted to do this on a purpose to show you. It doesn't matter if you put it on lightly or heavily, you get a lovely look, and you can literally do that with all of the colours. Now, you can see I'm popping a little bit down and making it a bit touch dry on my fingers, but you just simply run it across, literally. Take across. I absolutely love gilding waxes, and this technique is really beautiful. And when you start to layer up the colour as well, let's add your colour on there, Joe. One thing about Pebeo wax as well, it smells amazing.
Isn't it? It's like citrusy almost, isn't it? It's got
it's
a beautiful
just glorious.
smell to it.
Absolutely it is. It's just beautiful. Ooh, I love. Do you know, I've not used Renaissance in ages, Joe.
It's nice. It reminds me of being in Florence.
Oh, yeah.
All of the Renaissance statues.
Yeah.
I got to see David, Michelangelo's David, when I went in September, Debbie, up close, in the flesh.
Is that the naked one?
They're all naked.
Are they all naked?
Yeah, honestly.
I
They
don't
haven't
know.
got a stitch on any of them.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, Michelangelo's David is like, I don't know, probably maybe the most famous statue in the world. Has to be. It is huge, and he's got massive feet and massive hands.
Has he?
Because it was a sign of masculinity back in Renaissance times. Honestly,
I didn't realise
love
that.
It was
Now
amazing.
then, I've layered me 3 levels of colour on there, but you could go to town and put them all on there if you wanted to. Because I haven't got the antique to hand, and I've left mine in the car, I've just realised, in my little case that I've got. And I even fetched me cloth. I've treated
You've got
myself to a
a cloth?
cloth.
That looks
Yeah.
like paper towel to me.
This is paper towel,
Oh,
yeah, because
okay.
I have left it in the
Just checking.
car.
Oh.
But what you're just doing is giving it a buff up, and what that just does is give that extra little bit of sheen. But look how glorious that looks. Ain't that leopard print beautiful? Let me go, Debbie.
It's lavish, isn't
right
it?
Way. Sorry, Charlotte. I keep thinking left, right, left is different on screen. But look how beautiful that looks. It just is incredible. Now, all you would do is repeat all your pieces. So all your pieces you would carry on repeating, which is what I've done, Joe, with these bits. So I'm going to bring in, because I did this, I was binge watching a programme yesterday.
What did you binge?
Unforgotten.
Unforgotten, I've not heard of it. I really want to watch Houston. I want to binge watch that.
Oh, I love doing binge watching. I'm going to have to binge watch my soaps this next week because at football,
Who? Do you reckon?
they've put them all on, haven't they? They're putting them all on a Monday.
Well, it'd be weeks, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Now you can see I've gone a little bit leopard print crazy.
You've gone.
Anybody who knows me knows I love a bit of leopard print.
I love a leopard print. I love an animal print of any description.
Oh, I do, Joe. But I've literally done all of them in all the same colours, given them a nice buff up, and what they're ready to do now is just simply add them to our box. Now, I love embossing folders, and these are at an incredible price tonight. How many are you getting in there?
You are getting 4 in here.
That is amazing. Now, I'm just going to wipe this excess off.
Hang on. You get 4. That's like just over £5 of...
Exactly.
Just over £5. That's amazing.
It is amazing. It really is. It's fabulous. Now I'm going to decorate the inside panels first. However, my box is plain black, so I'm going to grunge it up a little bit by adding some gilding wax. So this is
on
what
your
you can
actual, like, on the bits you're not going to cover?
Yeah, on the bits, exactly, Joe. It's like you read my mind there. And because it's wood grain, it really does come to life. This is why I love Pebeo and gilding waxes. And honestly, with a bit of embossing, Joe, they look beautiful. I really couldn't, stress enough. And they're not the expensive side of craft. If you get
No.
them. They're an accessible craft.
Absolutely.
And especially when you use things like your embossing folders, oh my days, you can create some beautiful looks. Now I'm even going in on the nooks and crannies to give it an aged look.
Oh, I love that you've got it on the hinges there as well.
Yeah, it just gives it a nice little feature, doesn't it? And it kind of gives it a little bit of an extra,
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, a little bit extra aging. That's the word I'm looking for. And I'm even going to go on the inside. I'm going to town with this one, Joe.
You are, aren't you?
Absolutely. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of an aging inside as well. But honestly, I just love doing this. Oh, I can tell I've still got a bit of wet black gesso somewhere there. Let me just get a little wipe off there, Joe. I'll give this a clean in a minute. But this is when you get a bit mucky.
Oh, you are getting right mucky, aren't you, tonight?
I'm not going to apologise for this part.
No, don't you apologise.
I love getting messy, inky fingers. We've got sparkles coming. Oh gosh, look at time.
Oh, I know.
What
Where's it gone?
happened to the time?
Who stole the last hour and
Who
25
stole the
minutes?
last hour? Yes, I was just going to say the same. Goodness me.
We were too busy having a good chat with Karen and Michael, that's what it was.
We were, weren't we? So I'm going round all the edges as well, Joe, and I'm not, if you've noticed, I'm not really bothered if I get loads on. Just think it adds a little bit of charm to this. And I'm going round all of there because what we're going to do next is we're going to stick all as panels down. I think I've covered everywhere on this, haven't I? Yeah, oh, a little bit on back. Let's cut a little bit on hinges there as well. So again, just have a good old play with your waxes. I mean, Pebbio gilding wax was actually first used for
Yes, it's furniture product,
yeah, it's
isn't it?
furniture wax, yeah,
I've still
absolutely.
got so much furniture to try and buy for my flat, Debbie. I've been in for so long. It just takes ages, doesn't it? When you first get a place. Charlotte, you've got all of this to look forward to, you know. Charlotte, do you want a chest of 3 drawers? You sure? I need to get rid of a set.
You need to get rid of what?
A set of drawers.
A set of drawers?
3 ones, because I've got my Victorian ones at home.
Oh, of course, of course.
I put that on the local, the area community Facebook page. No takers.
Bless you. Well, I'm sure there's somebody out there
I hope
that'll
so.
want some, Joe. I'm sure there is. I'm sure.
Just need a home-
exactly.
just
I'm
need a
sure
good
somebody
home
will want
for me
your drawers there,
drawers, that's
Joe. Right, I'm just going to give that little bit of finish. But now I've decorated the inside bit, giving it a little
It's
bit.
like a vintage tea chest, but a kind of like vintage tea chest, but on a safari. That's what it's like.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you use any embossing folder for this. This is just a little technique. I'm just going to show you a little bit
I bet the
of a
one from the
different-
chinoiserie would be nice. It'd be like an Asian tea chest.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd look glorious. I've even done my bottom. I've even given it a little bit of a bottom part. Now, you could leave that blank if you wanted to, but I really wanted to go to town with this leopard print one because I absolutely love it. In fact, I'm not giving this one away. I'm going to keep this one for myself.
Well, it could win card of the show.
Oh, gosh.
And then card of the day.
Do you know, I keep forgetting we've still
I
got that
know.
to do, haven't we, as well? So now, Joe, all I'm going to do is stick all my little panels on. So
All right.
if you want to be reading some more
Yeah, of
comments while I
course.
do this.
Susie T says that my favourite is the Renaissance. Linda says read them all and seen all the movie. Grandkids got me hooked talking about Harry Potter. So you can come to it in later life, Charlotte. Are you a reader, Charlotte? There you go. I think you should give it a go. Dawn says, I adore the gilding wax, it's so therapeutic to use. Karen says, I have all the gilding waxes, but I need those cosmic shimmer embossing pads. They're all on this show, under the Shop the Show button over on the main page of the website. Michelle says, loving this project, Debbie. Kay says, I can't get anything done while you guys are on. I really enjoy watching you, Joe and Debbie. Oh, we love that you enjoy watching it. It's lovely to have all of your company. Because let's face it, without you guys, we wouldn't be here, Debbie, would we?
No,
It'd just be me and you, talking to no one.
Exactly. So we're very thankful for your company on this Saturday evening or afternoon, wherever it is that you are. So we are very grateful.
What
for
would
your
you
company.
normally do on a Saturday night if you weren't at Crafters TV, Debbie?
Me?
Yeah. Would
I'd
you be down the social
watching-
club?
No.
Sinking a few arches and lemonades?
Pre-COVID, I probably would be at a karaoke. Yeah.
Debbie, did I tell you I've bought a karaoke mic?
Have you? Oh,
I've bought a chargeable karaoke mic and I'm going to keep it in my car so when we have a night at the house together, we can have a karaoke night. How
Oh
about
my
that?
God, yeah. As long
It's
as you
a
don't put any videos on. That's
No,
fine.
no, it's a speaker. The speaker is in the microphone. So it's
Oh,
all a
wow.
self-contained thing. And guess what?
What?
It's shiny gold as well.
Oh.
That's us. So karaoke's where you'd be, is it, Debbie?
Now we are to. Oh yeah, definitely. I love karaoke. These days, though, at the minute, it's just usually sat chilled on my sofa, watching and catching up with all me weekly programmes that I miss. So, and because I'm now on my own, I mean, it's lovely. I don't have to watch any kiddie programmes or
No Peppa Pig?
No Peppa Pig.
No Paw Patrol. Brilliant.
No Umizoomies.
Also do Mizumi when it's at home.
Look at Johnny. Did you hear him? Umizoomi.
What's
it's,
Umizoomi?
it's a Netflix thing.
Ah.
Or is it Prime?
Johnny,
Could be Prime.
what are your children watching at the moment? Total Drama Rama. That sounds like my kind of show. What is that?
That sounds good.
Cartoons
Oh.
for kids at school. Oh, there we
Yes,
go.
Safi's moved on from Mr. Tumble and Teletubbies. Oh, and Hey Dougie. I actually put it on for her the other day when she came to house, but she weren't interested.
I've
It's
met
like,
Mr. Tumble.
I know
He
you
was
have.
in-
George had as well.
He was in Panto with a friend of mine a few years back.
Yeah, that's where George met him. In Panto. I think George
It was in
Panto with him.
Woking I met him.
Oh, what, he?
In Woking.
Oh, I see.
He was lovely.
Oh.
He was quite low key.
It was it?
Considering you'd imagine Mr. Tumble's like Mr. Tumble all the time. But, you
Well,
know,
I'm shocked.
that's showbiz,
I'm
isn't
so
it?
shocked. Now, Joe, I'm looking for my chunky glue and I can't find any.
You haven't used it in so long, it's probably gone out and walked out the studio and protested, Debbie.
So for just temporarily, I've done a little bit of die cutting with my favourite butterflies. So I'm just going to put this on temporary because I need a bit of chunky glue for that. With it being a different project, I'm going to put my little butterflies on there.
Irene was asking, great question, can you colour the white gesso?
Okay, of course you can.
How do you colour it?
Add a bit of colour, add a bit of ink. Why not add some aquatints to it? Why not?
So you could just add any colour to it and
Yeah.
mix it together. Water-based. Would it be water-based, would it colour you'd need to use?
You could use any. Put
You
any
could put your
inks in there. What
sparkle
about
ink
your
in it?
inkers? You could put your
Sparkle ink.
inkers. Yeah, put anything in there, Joe. Absolutely.
Oh, okay, great question.
Right, it is a great question. Now, there you go, Joe. Let me move those to one side. Obviously, my glue needs to dry in places, but I've got myself a lovely little box that I just love.
What would you put in your box, Debbie?
I just think they're just absolutely fabulous. And one of my favourite projects to do, and I taught classes in here. Jordan gave me an idea and I ran with the idea, ran some classes, and people love doing this kind of stuff. And it's so easy to do. Get in. It's like using embossing folders, not just in kind of card making. Think outside the box. All sorts of different mediums that you can use with it as well. You've seen me use quite a few different mediums, not the bog standard type that we would normally do, but absolutely get creative with them. Embossing folders, never ever underestimate or underrate an embossing folder because they can make some superb things with them. You really can.
Amazing. Right, let me run back through what you're going to get in here. You're going to get the leopard print. I want to do a leopard noise then, but I'm not sure what noise a leopard makes. Are you, Debbie?
Leopard.
Would it be like a...
No idea, actually, Joe.
There you go. Anyway, do you know what noise your vintage scroll makes? No, don't they make one. You're going to get that in there. You're also going to get the climbing ivy and the grande butterfly. They don't make a noise either, do they?
No.
Anyway, they just flutter, apparently. Flutter, flutter, flutter. $20.97 or $29.85 if you want to grab that. I want to give you an opportunity to check out whilst you do that. Here's all the details of the US shipping. I feel like one of those women at the boxing.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We found out something in the break, didn't we? Charlotte is a closet Eurovision fan, it turns out. Yeah, there you go. Right, let's move on. Let's share with you the classic everyday cut and emboss folders. These are amazing. These are the biggest saving on the show. You're going to need to be quick for these because they should be $77.94. Platinum members get them today, $24.80, saving £53. $28 you can get these for as platinum members in the US, saving $61.94. You're going to get birthday. We've all got them. Congrats. Oh, you've also got friend. Most of us have those. You've then got home, which is wonderful. Love, some of us are lucky enough to have that. And then you've got thanks as well. There you are, £31 or $35 if you want to get your hands on them. All tricolours. Let me go down into my craft vault. Oh, I overdid it yesterday, Debbie. I've been doing a new sort of exercise because I've got the marathon coming up, so I've properly started my training now. And I just can't really walk very well today. I don't know what's going on. Right, let me share with you the tricolour markers. This is how they come to you. You get 4 packs of them. There are incredible quality aqua markers, but they come within each pen. You get 3 awesome colours, which is brilliant. So you've got in this one here, your Great Outdoors. You're also going to receive the Floral Meadow. You're going to get essential neutrals and also the colour basics. Well, they also come, we're going to give you totally free of charge, this incredible 12-piece carry case. They're all in there, perfectly stored for you. They are great for having it on the go or for someone maybe that was wanting to get into watercolouring. I just think it's such a handy little container. £38 or $57. Remember, you've also got that buy more, save more. So if you're spending £30, you'll save 5, spend 60, you'll save 10, spend 100, you'll save 15, which is brilliant. It ends tomorrow night. Right, should we do one more demo and then squeeze in the demos of the show and the demos of the day, Debbie?
Can we do that all in this
Well, we
next
might
bit of
have
time?
to. Tell you what, why don't you start, and if we need to, we'll pause you at some point. Is that all right?
No problemo,
Brilliant.
no problemo. Now, I'm going to be using some more inks that we've got on the show, which are our sparkle inks. Johnny, just remind me of the colours so that I've got the right colours here, because I've got perfect pastels and fabulous. Now, these are the ones that you have to do the shake and wake. So again, 4 times more liquid ink in here than there is in a standard pen, sparkle pen. But what you've got here, I mean, they're just gorgeous. You can see all that gorgeous microfine glitter there. Look,
Do you have a song that you sing when you shake them?
No.
Shake, 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 senora, shake your body down.
No.
That's one I like to sing when I shake anything, including my booty.
Oh, you do make me laugh, Joe, you do make me laugh. Now, I'm just going to do a little bit of a splatter technique with this because I just love these pens. They're just glorious. Pens, they're not pens, they're ink pots, Debbie, you've just been saying that. You've got your gorgeous vivid colour there and you've also got that lovely fine glitter. So again, really, really beautiful. And literally all they're going to do is a splash. Give it a little splash.
Oh, I love the splashy ones.
Well, I mean, you can flick it. Oh, Johnny, that's a thought. So I'm just going to give it a little...
Do you want an apron?
No, I'll be fine.
All right.
I'll just spritz it. Oh, God, that's a thought. Never even thought of that.
Stand back.
Oh, I'm going to stand back. I've just spritzed it with a bit of water and then I'm just going to lightly splash. Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh, and I'm going to, but actually I'm going to make sure that
You sound like that lady from Coronation Street. Ooh.
Who's that?
Audrey.
Audrey. Oh!
She,
She does, didn't she?
She all the time, doesn't she?
She does indeed. She does indeed, Joe. So again,
I saw her in Manchester not that long ago, you know.
Did you really?
She was posting a letter on Deansgate, yeah.
Of course, that's where it's filmed.
You need to come up. Do you know what we could do, Debbie, when you come over?
Yeah.
We could do the Coronation Street studio tour.
Oh my God.
Would you be up for that?
Oh, would I ever?
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, would I ever? I love stalking celebs.
Do you? You really do. I saw a good one the other day, and now I can't think who it was.
Did you say you were with a celebrity at that show that you went to?
Which
You didn't
one?
know who it were?
Oh, there was a lady from Coronation Street stood behind me at a RuPaul's Drag Race concert. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't know who she was.
I can't believe that, Joe.
No,
You let me down.
I should have took a crafty selfie.
You
'cause
should have done a
she was
crafty
just
selfie,
there
yeah.
and sent it to you.
Exactly. I'd have told you straight away.
You
What
want
was
to get
that?
yourself down the quayside, Newcastle. Harrison Ford's down there.
What's Harrison Ford doing in...
So Harrison Ford is filming in North Yorkshire, filming
You
a
are
new Indiana
kidding.
Jones film, and he's staying in Newcastle, but he's getting a bit of... There's a lot of stalkers, Debbie, apparently, and he's asked people to respect his privacy.
Oops.
Yeah.
Well, I can't... It's not me. I'm
Well, it
here.
wasn't you. No, you didn't know he was here.
No, I didn't know he was
You'd
here.
have been down there. You'd have been up the
Oh,
front.
did you say filming Indiana Jones? Have they not
Filming
finished with all that?
Indiana Jones in the new one in North Yorkshire. Just about... Whereabouts is it? About 20... Is it Northumberland or North Yorkshire? They've been in North Yorkshire. They're now in Northumberland.
My
They're now in
giddy aunt.
Bamborough.
How exciting is that? Harrison Ford, what a legend he is.
He is.
He's amazing. Oh my God, I didn't
If
know
you
he
could
went over
meet
here.
one person, Debbie, who would it be?
What,
What, dead or alive?
oh my days.
Jan Brown.
Oh,
Living legend, Jan Brown.
James Brown.
Jan Brown.
Our Jem Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny, you do make me chuckle. You chuckle me. Oh gosh, that's a right tough question.
Johnny,
Oh.
who's yours be? I bet Johnny's would be a footballer. Oh, like Sir Alex Ferguson. Ah, knew it. Literally
How
said
did
it.
you know
Just knew it would be Sir
that,
Alex. So,
Joe?
he's a Manchester United fan, therefore all Manchester United fans idolise Sir Alex Ferguson. Have you been and done the Old Trafford Stadium tour, Johnny? Have you done the Man City one? Oh, okay.
Ooh, do you know, I'm still trying to think.
I'm
Oh,
still
would
trying
you
to
do,
think.
Joe? Who would you want to see?
Who would
would
I
you
wanna
do?
meet?
Oh, meet. Yeah. Who would you want to meet?
Michael Jackson for Charlotte.
Oh, that's
right.
a good one, Charlotte.
Me
bet-
would be a couple. I've got a couple. Joan Rivers would be one of them.
Oh,
Joan Rivers.
oh yeah.
Cher.
Oh no.
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 Cher. Kylie Minogue would probably be mine, to be fair.
Oh,
I
wow.
love Kylie.
Love a bit of Kylie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to think of that one.
You have a little think about
I will
it.
have a think of that one because I'm not sure. Well, actually, I do. I think Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley. Should we find out who Jake's
Yeah,
was?
and John Lennon.
Let's. I'm just hold the
And
line.
John
I'm going to
Lennon.
find out. Jake. I don't know where he is. No. Oh, here he is. You are live on the TV. Or the internet. If you could meet one person, dead or alive, who would it be?
It's a good one, isn't it? It's one of those.
Do you want to come back to me in a minute? You'll have a think about it. You can let us know at home as well.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Let us know.
Amy would love to meet Sarah in person.
Oh, yeah, that's
Sweet.
so sweet. I love that idea. That's lovely. Now, can you see Miss Sparkle? Can you, oh, God, look at that. It's glorious. Now, I'm going to do a bit of a double Z fold, but a big version, because I've done a piece of cardstock that measures 5 by 7, but just added me extra little bits onto the end so that I can create this, because we're going to use this gorgeous, and I'm going to use the friend one for this one. Simply pop that into the folder, and you can see that's why I took my measurement, so it fits there absolutely perfectly. And then we're going to run that through, Joe. Now, again, this is a cut and an emboss folder. So if you remember what I said, oh, Debbie, you might need your big plates. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to tuck it underneath. It'll be fine. Pop it, metal plate on the top, and then lastly, the other cutting plate on the top of that.
Debbie,
So,
do we
yes?
want to do? Should we do card of the show now? Is that right with you?
All right, okay. Let me just
You
pause then.
rummage and you get yourself started,
I will
sorted
do,
out for
yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
And then we'll come back. I'm off for a few days now. I'm off until, when am I off until? Thursday after today. George is back for a double Debbie day and a show with Bernie tomorrow. Then Ben's here with you for a few days and then I'll be back on Thursday. But there's loads coming up tomorrow here on Crafty TV. Softer Side of Life, of course, midday in the UK, 7 a.m. East Coast time. Is it a craft class then, isn't it? At 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. East Coast, 7 a.m. West Coast. And then Second Chance Sunday will be here for you in this slot tomorrow at 7 p.m. in the UK, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 11 a.m. on the West Coast.
Now, I feel terrible. Card of the show, I've only done 3 things. How bad's that? This is my 4th one. However, we have done lots of different techniques with it and a little bit different to what we normally would do. So we'll start with number 1, which was that glorious 3D embossing folder with the inks, bit of sparkle and those stencils that go on with that, because that's a twofer. You're getting 2 for the price of 1 there. So that's number 1. Then number 2, we did that multi-layering where we used the aqua inks, we used the cut and emboss folder, we used those gorgeous cosmic shimmer, more grungy looking embossing powders, and I love them. And I created that lovely shaker card. So that's number 2. And then number 3 was our little multimedia, mixed media kind of
Love
project.
that.
Which is our number 3, which is our lovely little trinket box. And decorating those trinket boxes with Pebeo, gesso, black gesso, and also with the embossing folders and gilding waxes to show you. So that's number 1, 2 and 3.
Are you going to vote for number 3, or number 3? You decide. No, I'm only joking. 1, 2 or 3. The choice is yours. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. You've got 5 minutes to vote, and then we'll announce the card of the show, and then we'll do the card of the day, of the day, of the day. Back to Debbie.
So I've run this through now. So when you take this off, and again, because I wrapped it underneath the embossing folder, that got no damage there. So you can, it just shows you that you, with a little bit of, clever, tricky pieces there, you can actually do that kind of technique. Now, these words, don't be throwing them because look how fabulous they look. We could do a little bit.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
I bet on a bit of matte black cardstock, they'd look awesome.
Yeah, they'd look absolutely fabulous. So those are the bits that stay, and I say stay within your card. Just give it a little tap. And they'll all come out.
I'm going to go and find out if Jake's had a think, Debbie.
Oh yeah, go and have a find out if he
has.
But what you can see now is my lovely friend feature, and that literally is going to sit now on 2. And did I do me?
He's decided.
Has he decided?
Yeah.
What's he
he's going to have
decided?
2, he says. Can he have David Attenborough and Hugh Jackman? I didn't see Hugh Jackman coming. Yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Wow. Do you know, I love the idea of Hugh Jackman.
Does Jake like a show tune? Is that what it is? Oh, because he's Wolverine.
Yes,
Jake looks a
Jake,
bit
I'm
like
with
Wolverine
you.
with
I
his
am
new
with
haircut,
you on
doesn't
that
he?
one. I am totally with you on that one.
Karen Wells would like to meet the Scotty Hottie, and Kay Restad would love to meet all of us guys. That's very sweet of her to say.
Oh, how lovely is that? That is so lovely. I love that. Thank you. Now then, all I'm going to do is pop a little bit of colour behind there. Now, I wish I'd have thought about this before because I have... Actually, no, it's going to work. It's going to work, Joe. It's going to work. I'm going with a bit more colourful there, but little background just to go on, and it literally makes it pop a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that down so it's like an extra panel. So I'm going to use me glue. Of course, you could use 3D glue. You could use a shaker element to this as well. But I'm just going to pop some glue all the way around there. Where are you going? Oh, you have to... Wait a minute, wrong one.
Oh, sorry, wrong box.
He's nicking me bits. I thought, what's he doing?
Got the wrong box, didn't I?
Yes, you did, nicking me box. You little tea leaf, you. But all I'm doing is literally adding a little bit of colour onto the back there. So when I now bring this in, and I'll fetch in me other pieces to create this lovely feature of a double Z fold card. So I've put my bone folder away. Let me get that back out. Joe. There we go. And I just need to trim off my little end here because I've cut it slightly larger than what I wanted.
Oh, it's going to be a tough one today, Debbie.
Why is that? 3
incredible demos.
Oh,
any one of them could have been demo of the week, I reckon.
Yeah, oh, you asked. I tell you, it's still loads to come. We've got loads more tomorrow. We've got our lovely Bernie, and some of the work that the guys done this week is just beautiful. It really is. So there we go. That's now created that lovely part of the Z fold. So I'm going to bring in the other bits. Hence why I wanted a bit of pink, because I realised I'd done my pink matting and layering. However, it'll match. It'll work. We've got all those lovely colours there. And does it matter if it's a little bit way out? It don't matter, does it, Joe?
If it's what, sorry, Debbie?
I said a bit way out, but I've got green.
No, you've got a bit of wet glue wiggle as well, so don't worry about that.
I have indeed. And I'm just going to literally do the inside of my card. But again, just showing you lots of different ways that you can use your embossing folders. Lots of different styles that we've tried to cover as well. And don't forget, go and check that last craft class?
It was, I believe.
Technique that our Jan did.
Craft class.
Craft class, thank you. Class.
Class, darling, class.
They're all saying class in here. Class.
Oh, Johnny says class.
Class.
Charlotte says class because she's from Morpeth. But Johnny's from Darlow.
And then all I'm going to do is attach those two pieces to create a rather big double Z fold card.
That is beautiful. Debbie, that one could have been card of the day.
Bless you.
Debbie, you smashed it out the park today.
Oh, you are so kind, Joe. You really are. Thank you. So
are we ever going to see Jake's haircut? They're asking.
See what?
We had it. He was on. No, we can't get him in.
Has Joe? Has he had an haircut?
Hasn't Craig got a picture on his Facebook?
Did you see he's had an haircut? Well, how come I didn't know he had an haircut?
Because
That's
he's
really
got a
bad of
mullet.
me.
He's had the side shaved.
He's had a side shave. Why have I not noticed this?
I don't know.
That's really bad of me. Shows that I don't pay attention. I'd be first to mourn if nobody. I'd be the first to mourn if nobody mentioned my hair when I'd had it done. I really would. Right, I'm just getting myself levelled up because I'm having to do this by eye. Let me just, there we go, by eye. And give myself extra little bits of burnishing to make sure that all of this just sits really lovely. And now what did I do with my little sentiments? Yeah, thinking of you. I want my foam pads, Joe. I've lost my foam pads now. Come on, we need to end at show, girl. Come on. Right, that's,
You've used them, or you've been using them all day.
Probably because I have been using them all day. But I'm just going to literally tear that off and pop a little thinking of you in the background. Thinking of you, friend. But look how gorgeous these are. And again, lots of different ways. I love something a bit bright. I mean, how lovely would that be to send to somebody? Sometimes you don't have to think about things. Little bit of a splash technique in the background. And you can see that beautiful embossing swirling on the top there. I absolutely love those as well. So literally, you're going to have the time of your life with your embossing folders.
I've had the time of my... Come on, Debbie, run now from over there. We can do it.
Run.
We do the lift.
You won't be able to catch me, for goodness sake.
I've been squatting for days, Debbie. Right, let's do the card of the show. No, of the day even. Do you want this one, which is the boxes? I think this is, the boxes, they are absolutely gorgeous. That's number one. Do you want to go for the craft along, number two? Now, look at this. It is a shaker. It's, what is it called, Debbie?
So it's a triangle corner shaker easel card.
Look at that. Dinky easel. There we go.
Yeah, with me dinky easel.
Absolutely. That's number
Push
two.
the easel back up then, Joe. Put me easel up.
Oh, right.
Put my little easel up. Come on.
Gosh, tough
Come
crowd.
on, there we go. There we go.
Thank
now
you. There's your
we're
easel.
having it.
Oh, do you want to go for the box? Make sure you vote now. You've got 5 minutes to vote. If you do vote after lines close, you may still be charged, but your vote may not be counted. I just like saying that because that's what they say on telly. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion Cross on YouTube. You've got a few minutes to vote, and then we will name the card of the day, which will be awesome. Oh no, I've just squidged your smettling. There we go. Right, Centura Pearl. I need to share this with you. Very busy on this. Now, this is gorgeous. So in here, you are going to get the lavender, which is just stunning. Why is Centura so amazing, Debbie? What is it about crafting with Centura that really sets it apart?
It's just beautiful. It's got that luxurious feel to this cardstock. You can see that gorgeous shine. Literally, you're just flicking through there, but can you see that pearlescent finish? This is stunning cardstock. Absolutely glorious, and a really good heavyweight cardstock. It's a 310 GSM. It's just fabulous, really weighty, perfect for construction with your boxes, with your mixed media projects, perfect for die cutting, matting and layering. Although to be fair, matting and layering with Centura Pearl's a crime because it's so glorious.
Right?
Emboss with it, do a bit of embossing with it. But look at the beautiful colours. You've got a lovely flicking technique over there, mister. I love that. That's beautiful. What colour is that?
That is the mint green, is it, Johnny?
That's beautiful.
Mint green, and then you've got the lilac as well. Which
Well,
is this one
come on,
here.
look at that lilac. It's just exquisite. Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it feels a bit thicker than 310, I think, and that's because it's got that coating, isn't it?
Yes.
That pearlescent coating on there, which is awesome. Karen says, Debbie, you are amazing. Thank you for all of your demos. I should have said, for clarity, Debbie also made an envelope box to go with a... What's it called again?
With my triangle corner, wait a minute, triangle corner, I'm giving it its own name now, shaker easel card. There, get it a new name. It is, the basis of that card is a triangle corner card. So that's
Brilliant.
exactly what that is.
There you go. Right, only a few minutes left on the show. Debbie, you've got something you want to show us for the end?
Well, I was just going to show you how it can look on, and I'm going to use one of the, I just love this carousel, just absolutely love it. And I've taken a piece of that cardstock that we had on the show earlier. Now, you could be using this with your Centura Pearl, if you treat yourself to Centura Pearl. But all I'm going to do, Joe, is just show you how beautiful, even on plain cardstock, these embossing folders look. Now, this is from the Sarah Signature range, and this is the Garden Party one, which I do believe is on the show, because we've got the carousel and we've got the tumbling teacups.
Indeed.
There's loads on there. Go and check out.
Do you want me to tell you what you get in the Signature collection?
please.
So you get
Yes,
from the
please.
Garden Party, towering teacups and vintage parasol. From Caring Thoughts, you get filigree border and butterfly swirls. From Vintage Diary, you get the Dear Diary. And then from Letters from the Heart, you get vintage postmarks, lace edges and traditional script.
And
so
they're all
loads in there.
beautiful, all beautiful, at a fabulous price. Lots and lots of different ways you can use them as well. This one is a 3D one, so you get a mixture of 3D and standard ones in there. But I thought, oh, I want to show you this beautiful one because it's absolutely glorious. Lots, again, things, do it on plain cardstock, add your inks to it, put your inks over there. Do it in black cardstock, add your gilding waxes. What about your coloured gilding waxes that you can get? Because they are out there. We may not necessarily do them, but there are lots of things that you can get. What about your textured cardstock, what you can rub back with a sanding block?
Nice.
That's a lovely technique as well. But look how gorgeous that is. And how beautiful does that look? Even in that gorgeous pearlescent cardstock, it looks absolutely incredible. Craft metal is one of my favourites, and I love doing craft metal, where you can really get to see that depth and dimension, but that is just absolutely beautiful. And I think it'd look absolutely gorgeous if I snipped it down and put it on front of my box. Do you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I didn't decorate my box earlier. I think I'm just going to snip this down and decorate my little box.
Oh, nice.
So that's what I'm going to do.
If you could pick the winner of the card of the day, which one would you pick?
Do you know, it's really hard to say because I've loved making all of them. I have a favourite though. I do have a favourite.
That's the...
It's the number two.
The number two is your
number
favourite.
two,
Well, you're in
yeah.
luck, Debbie, because that is the winner of today's card of the day. See, I think that the box stood the best chance of winning card of the week, though.
Oh, bless you.
So, anyway, it goes through. It is gorgeous, isn't it? Look. Absolutely. Debbie's way out in front, so aren't you, Debbie?
No, I'm not way out. Let me just tell you guys. Even keel.
I love that Debbie really is
I
not
get
that.
really-
She's not that competitive at all. And I tried to make her competitive. She's like, no, I'm not having it, Joe.
Because Sarah's got 4, Debbie Fisher's got 4, Leanne, God love her, she only got 1. We need to get her here more. Craig's got 2. We need to get the wake up call involved.
Well, it is involved now every
Is
day.
it?
Yeah, it's
Yay! Finally.
You just
Fiona's
keep
got
beating
1
him.
because we haven't seen Fiona for a while. I've got 5, so I'm only 1 in front because Jan's got 3, Bernie's got 3, and Joe and Ben, you've got a couple of comments. How come he's got 2?
Oh,
he's
he
got
did
2
another one.
commendations. Oh, is
Yeah,
that
he
why?
did another one.
I do love my TV. I do love my TV husband. I thought he was cheating a bit then. Thought he got
On
an
you
extra
or
comment.
the thing?
He
Oh,
he better not be cheating on me. I'll have words if he is. I will have words. Debbie pinched you from me, so nobody's pinching Ben. Nobody's having my Ben.
Right, that's it.
Oh, doesn't that look beautiful on front
Gorgeous.
of there? Onto me lovely little box.
Looks a little
there.
bit oriental.
It does, but it looks really glorious. All it needs now is a little sentiment.
Oh, I'm trying to do
where
my
have you gone?
I'm trying to do my shoelaces up, but I'm so sore I can't get down there.
Oh, bless your
But I
little
don't want to
heart.
fall over.
You've got, this exercising. Who says exercising is good for you?
It's all them squats, them jump squats, honestly. Nightmare. And the lunges.
Don't be asking me to be doing any of that with you. Absolutely not.
What, jump squats?
Yes. No chance. No chance.
We
I've
could
got
do it in
enough
the house
aches and
together.
pains.
It's just this one, Debbie, that's the worst.
Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'll do myself
it's
an
very
injury.
sore. It's
I'll
not
do myself
nice.
an injury if I do that sort of movements.
Right. Do you want to know what's coming up tomorrow?
Yay!
Of course you do. You got a break from me for a few days. You'll be glad to know now. George is back in the building with Bernie at midday, 7 a.m. East Coast time. Brand new launch. You're going to have to tune in for that one tomorrow, George. And then Craft Class, darling, is up after that. And it's going to be focusing on Loads of incredible Spectrum nail products. Debbie's so excited for
So
this.
excited. So excited.
3
I love
p.m. in
colouring.
the UK, 10 a.m. on the East Coast. You might want to go and have a little look. Now, it is all live. You might want to go and buy the show because you've got an incredible deal available to you. I'm actually a bit out of breath as well. What have we got planned for the next 4 days? Nice day of chilling tomorrow.
Whoop, whoop.
Monday, getting my hair cut. And Tuesday, I've got some friends coming up from down south that I haven't seen for over a year. And we're going to go for, it's called the Beef and Dripping Supper Club.
Oh my God.
Beef and Dripping Supper Club. There's like 3 or 4 of us. We're a bit of a strange mix of friends, but we always meet up and have dinner. So they're coming up to me this week, which will be absolutely lovely. And then I'll be back with you here on Thursday, which will be lovely. Debbie, what are you doing for the week?
Nearly caught me then. We're having a swig of water. It is water, by the way. What am I doing for the week? I'm here tomorrow. Can't wait.
Right.
Me and our lovely George can't have put him off, Joe, because he's coming back and bless him, his last day with me, and he's got me again tomorrow. I hope he's realised. So, going to be the Barnsley Massive. I said Barnsley Massive.
Barnsley Massive.
It's the Hoyland Massive.
The Hoyland Massive.
The little village in Barnsley, we're both from, which is really uncanny. I still can't get my head around that. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And then the rest of the week, I'm going to be prepping for all of next weekend.
Is that your phone?
Is that my what? Oh, it is.
Answer it. Go on, answer it. Answer it.
Sorry.
Go on, answer it.
I can't, she's rung off.
Oh, is
my
it?
little granddaughter, can I just say, my little granddaughter's very poorly and she's in hospital at the
I've
minute, so I'm
always
sending
wanted-
lots of love. That's what she was sending me a message to tell me that she's in hospital.
I've
so
always
I'm
wanted-
sending lots of love to my little Sapphire because little Mike, she's only just turned 3 and it's the first time in her life she's been proper poorly. So yes, that's what she's probably doing, just making sure she's
Send
all
her
right.
my love as well. Give her a kiss
Thank
from me. I've always wanted someone's phone to go and just to answer it in the show and just see who it was. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Julia lost her phone and was buzzing it and it was in here in the cupboard. I wonder what was going on, Debbie. I've never been so freaked out. Make sure you check out your baskets. Have a beautiful 4 days. I'll see you back here on Thursday. Big thanks to Jake. Big thanks to Debbie. Big thanks to Johnny and Charlotte next door. And the biggest thanks to you guys. Yes, George is up tomorrow. I'll see you on Thursday. Take care.